No, 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 no.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
No, 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 no.
Hello, BENXT Universe, and welcome to the BENXT Center. You are looking live at 12.5 billion of the BENXT faithful crowding in here tonight to watch the show live. Hello, my name is Ben Potter alongside Barbara Pierce and Danny DeVito. Good evening, and hello to the PlayStation Nation.
Hello, PlayStation Nation.
PlayStation Nation is officially in attendance and present. Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. How has your day been? It is Wednesday. It's time for BENXT. It's time for PipDown. And we got lots of grappling coming our way over the next 3 hours. Thank you so much for being here live to experience it. And a shout out to the millions of viewers of the VODs. Hope you are having a lovely day as well. We had a couple of resubs just a second ago. Bear with me here. Ben Cooper, thank you for the resub with Prime. 10 months. Thank you so much, Ben. Rossimus Prime 84. 8 months. Here we go again. Like CJ from that video game. I've played it. And also Bradiohead. 8 months. Thank you so much. Welcome live chatters too. What we got there? Paradox Machine 515. 60 stream streak. Bloody hell. Insane.
Ben, my dude. How are you? How was your day? It's Wednesday night and you know what that means. It's Ben Potter PlayStation Nation BENXT time. Hope you're having an awesome day, my dude.
Stephen, thank you so much for the bits. I'm doing well. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for being here. We've got 7 stream streak from Barley89 there. I have watched every stream. Don't know why it says only 7. You've been screwed over by Twitch, and we don't like that. I believe that you are on a 600 stream streak, so congratulations, and also thank you. Pup Wheelie, 30 stream streak, BENXT time, Misfit Dad, 60 stream streak, wow, 60 indeed. Bloody hell. Iron as well, 60 stream streak, something poignant and witty. Well said, well said. Welcome in, everybody. Yes, I've had a good day. I say it every time, and it's probably a good thing, but I've been productive. We've done some stuff today. I am pleased to say that I found an absolute bargain on eBay, and I managed to snag myself a second PS5 with no cables, no controllers, no box or anything. They just threw it at my front door, basically. I'll get to that in a second. For the purposes of streaming, so I don't have to lug my PS5 up and downstairs and turn off the copy protection and turn it back on so I can use the capture card and all sorts of stuff like that. It got delivered this morning, and I've spent some of the day setting it up and getting it sorted. We're streaming on it now, so everything seems to be working okay. Well, you can't see it yet. I can see it. It's working okay, maybe. They delivered it, and they left it by the bins. Didn't text me to say it had been delivered. There was no slip. There was no the tracking information. I just checked it, and it said, "Oh, it's been delivered to your safe place." I was like, "Where the fuck is my safe place?" And they put it by the bins. They just put a PS5 by the bins. Luckily, I did grab it though, so that's fine. Apart from that, been doing some shorts work because I am shorts boy. Did some worse games, and now we're here. And we're ready for BENXT. I think, was it every? No, it was Royal Bloody Mail. I would expect a lot more from them. The seller on eBay did send it without even needing a signature, which I find kind of insane. But there we are. Slightly better than in the bins. True. But even so, would have been nice if they had knocked on my door. Actually, they might have done. They might have just not heard. Still the bins? Really? I had to check because I went on eBay. I was like, it's got to arrive today because it was meant to arrive yesterday. And they said, oh, it's been delivered. And I was like, has it? Fuck. Has it? At this point, it's like 8:30 in the morning. It definitely hasn't been delivered. So I then had to go onto eBay, then click the tracking information to go to Royal Mail's website where they said, don't worry, it's in your safe place. Where's the safe place? Apparently, it's next to the bins. So anyway, I've got it and it seems to be working. And in subsequent weeks, I'm going to report no ends of problems with this mysteriously cheap PS5, I'm sure, but we'll see how that goes. Welcome and everybody just joining. Thank you for stopping by. Some kind of div, 10 months in a row. Thank you, BenX, 10 months. Hell yeah. And also Batman fan Drew, 10 months. Also, hello Ben and Thickness, 10-month anniversary, and BenXT. What a day! What a day indeed. Now to catch you up. Last week we had an absolutely massive Backlash pay-per-view. Championships changed hands. We had the most obscene Hell in a Cell match I've ever seen. And that was incredible. And thankfully Gollum didn't win. It was the Vent Pervert who won the Butterfield Championship. People got thrown off cells. People got thrown through cells. Mad. We also saw the return of Timmy Two Belts as EE Tim. Captured the Wide Championship for the very first time, holding both the BENXT title and the Wide Championship. But then, just 1 week removed on BENXT, oh, here comes Dick Mychinko, the war criminal himself, somehow has politicked his way into a championship match, and he defeats Timmy Two Belts to become a 3-time BENXT men's champion. So he's Timmy Two Belts no more, and the war criminal is on top of the world again. Can anybody stop him? That's where we are. We just streamed the end of BENXT last week, which means we're officially starting today's stream with an episode of PipDown. Are you ready? I hope so. We're gonna go. No, you know what? We're going back and we're looking at the crowd again. I've got word here that there are now 12 billion of the BENXT universe in attendance. That cannot be up to safety. The fire codes, I'm sure, do not permit that. Yesterday, we streamed Resident Evil Village's DLC. We didn't quite finish it. It is confirmed. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m, I'm going to finish the DLC. So if you're around, or if you're watching the VOD may well be up now. I don't think there's that much left. But if you're around tomorrow, Thursday, 11 a.m, we're going to finish that DLC. I'll probably be streaming for like 20 minutes. Regardless, we're going to do it. Okay, let's get back to the game now. Right, let's continue. Wow, how much did a camera cost that can pick up 12 billion of the greatest fans of on Earth? It's actually the cheapest webcam I own. So, that's pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Okay, so we are moving on now to the next show, and that is PipDown. Let's see what the game will give us. We will, of course, need to spin the wheel. There's Daronk. Excellent. So we need to find one match to cut because the Little Kong Strong Championship will be on the line. We've been offered Piss Jericho versus Daronk. The Vent Pervert versus in a promo. Bonquit versus Bonklin in a one-on-one match. A fatal four-way involving Eggsbudden, the Pufferfish, Jackanism, and Paul Schnauzer. You can't leave him out of it. He will find a way to make himself topical. The Schnauzer's here. And in the main event, it's a rematch from Backlash, that being the former women's champion Chevrolet Matisse against Barb Pistottir. Now, remember, it was a ladder match, and unfortunately, the Chevrolet Matisse couldn't reach. And so Barb won quite easily. Oh no, it's a promo. It's not a match. It's a promo. So it appears these two are not done with each other just yet. So, what are we going to cut? I vote probably... Oh, God. Maybe that. I don't really want to cut that either. I'm sure the Vent Pervert's got loads to say. What if he tells us who he really is? What if he reveals his deepest, darkest secret? I'm going to cut Piss Jericho and Daronk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Piss Jericho and Daronk. We're going to make this the wheel match, which means we are starting with a 5-way tables match for the Little Kong Strong Championship. It is time once again to desperately attempt to work out who is actually the current champion. It's Randy. Randy? Is it Randy? It must be Randy, right? I think Randy might be the champ. We'll find out in a minute. It's wheel time. Who's getting called forth by the wheel this week? Let's spin it. Don't worry, everybody. The spreadsheet is open. I am ready. Hello, Mr. Black. Welcome in. Hello to all the mods. Welcome to all the mods. Okay, who's up first? Jackanism is wrestling later, so we spin again. I think Jackanism's spinning later, isn't he? Tina. Yes, I do need to get rid of the manager, don't I? Hang on. How do I not... Stop. There we are. Oh, man. Here's where you can change the ring announcers. Why is that not just a set? Oh, I've covered it up. You can't even see. Sorry, hang on. I found where you can change the ring announcer. That's weird. Okay, well, let's put it on Alicia Taylor. I like her. She's great. Right. Continue spinning the wheel. Who's next? I didn't even put Tina in. I'm going to put Tina in a second. Ooh, it's the eggs button is wrestling later, so we spin again for the eggs button. Bonklin is also wrestling. This is crazy. Come on, guys. Come on, wheel. Do your job. But what happens if Alicia Taylor says Gollum's name? Oh, I thought that was going to be Bonklin again. Meatface is entering. Does Alicia Taylor have the bravery to say Gollum? That's the question.
Give us a chavo.
Give us a chavo. Right, so we've got Meatface. Meatface is joining. Oh, God, I've pressed too many buttons. There we go. Techiweo, thank you so much for the bits there. Also, Swarthy Mofo, thank you for the resub. 9 months. Good morning, boys, girls, others, and Ben. That's right. I deserve my own classification. Let's do some big wrestles. Let's do it. We've very nearly finished spinning the wheel. We've got 2 more spaces left. Who's getting called forth? Oh, look who it is. It's about time she showed up for work. She's been skiving for weeks. Pippa the cat, get in there. And the final slot goes to... the Red Thunder Man. Red Thunder Man has been a champ before. He set a record, didn't he? He's the only person to successfully defend this championship. Everybody else has lost. Okay, wheel goes off. I wonder if we can have Carla as the announcer for Clash in Italy that they announced today. That would be cool. Imagine if they got a text-to-speech voice. I wouldn't put it past WWE, to be honest. Oh, I didn't turn it into a title match. Oh, what a wally. What a flipping wally. Participants. Dun, dun, dun. Select championship. It is Randy. Randy is the current champ. Here we go. I said, here we go. Right, that is saved. Let me take a photo of that running order because we, everybody, we are ready to start this show. Here we go. Let me take a photo. There we go. Fantastic. Stop saying there we go. You've said it a few times in a row. There we go. Sweet. Get warmed up, everybody. Get those predicting fingers ready. Dr. Goblin, thank you for the resub. 8 months. It's the most wondrous time of the week. I'm so glad to hear you say that. I agree. We're ready to do it. It is Pippa the Cat, Tina, Meatface, and the Red Thunder Man challenging Randy Honking for his Little Kong Strong Championship in a tables match. And that's what we're starting with today. That's what we're starting with. Predictions will be live in just a second. Big thank you to Trowling Badger for putting these together. Get ready to predict. We're going to get these entrances underway and hear from Alicia Tyler, who we do not get to hear from very often. And I think we should hear from her a lot more because she's good. There we are. Okay, let's rock and roll. No, who are you? You're not what I picked. Oh, we've been betrayed. Predictions are now live. Mike Rome has clearly committed some sort of foul play backstage. He's the one who's ring announcing now. And here comes the former BENXT and PipDown Women's Champion, Pippa the Cat, who has not wrestled for a hot minute. And this could be a real opportunity for her to not only get back to winning ways, but let me just check here. Has she won this title before? She hasn't. This is a championship she has not held. Real motivation for Pippa the Cat, the namesake of this show. She's ready. Let's see if she can get the job done. From Germany. Nice and vague. It is BB and Tina of Napril fame. That's right. They're more famous for Napril than they are for the television show that they starred in over on German children's television. BB is a former tag team champion alongside Tina. Tina is a former tag team champion alongside BB. This is Tina. They are different. They are not the same girl. One of them is magical. I can't really tell you much more than that. She could win a championship. That's all I have to say. Eat your meat or you won't grow up big and strong. It's meat face time.
And from every man's nightmare, weighing in at 400 pounds,
The Meathead. That's a lot of meat right there. That's a lot of meat. And that meat wants a big meaty crown. He wants a big meaty crown. He's held this championship before. Could match the record set by Lieutenant Hank Anderson and Pippa's mum as the next 2-time holder of the title. But up next, we've got the champion. And here he comes. The Wiper, Randy Honking.
and
Randy the Wiper Honking, a member of EE Tim's stable, of course. P-Volution. He is one half of a tag team with Dave Bautista. They held the tag team titles here on PipDown hostage for a number of months. And he's, quite frankly, outside of Tim, he's the first member of the of P-Volution to actually do something significant in a while. But can he equal this next man's record? And that is, of course, the Red Thunder Man.
And from the fifth dimension, weighing in at 241 pounds,
The Red Thunder Man was the inaugural PipDown Men's Champion here when we founded the PipDown brand. Wore that title with pride, defended it on a number of occasions, and he is the current record holder for the Little Kong Strong Champion in terms of defenses, in that every single week, because of the nature of this match type, that being you put someone through a table, you're the new champion, this match can be over very quickly. Every single week we have crowned a brand new Little Kong Strong Champion, but when he was the champion, that was the first time that didn't happen. He is the only person to hold the title to have been able to make a successful defense. Admittedly, he only did it once, but he's got a better track record than literally anybody else. So he has a chance here to continue his legacy. Splat. Yeah, he has a chance to continue his legacy here tonight if he can win it for a second time. And we are underway now. Randy Honking, the champion, takes down Meatface, and then a picture-perfect dropkick to the face of Tina, and Randy wants to finish this thing quickly. It seems immediately rolling out to get that table, slides it into the ring, and it's Pippa and Meatface. Tina in the back there drops the Red Thunder Man. Suplex there from Pippa the Cat, impressive power. Oh, and Pippa just gets basement dropkicked by the Red Thunder Man. As he picks up that table, Pippa wrestles it out of his grasp, lifts up the Red Thunder Man onto her shoulders and spins him round in an airplane spin here from Pippa the Cat. And it's Meatface who will set that table up first. And Meatface is very determined indeed, although Pippa is eyeing it with great interest. Nobody's nearby. This could be over very, very, very quickly. Oh, Meatface absolutely stole that one there. Pippa had the Red Thunder Man exactly where she wanted him, and Meatface just grabbed him from behind when she was about to throw him through. And now, everybody spilling out of the ring here. It's just Meatface and Pippa the Cat left. A table is standing. Meatface knows exactly where it is. Pippa with the counter. And she drops the Meaty Boy. The Meaty Boy is down. Meaty Boy now lifted back to his feet. Pippa sends Meatface into that table. Pippa again has someone exactly where they want them. I think Pippa the Cat's going to do it here unless Meatface can slither out. It's Pippa. Pippa is your new Little Kong Strong Champion, and it's over as quickly as that. The entrances lasted longer than the match. That often happens in this particular matchup because it can end so quickly. Pippa gets back on the scoreboard. Pippa is a champion on PipDown once more. She is your new Little Kong Strong Champion.
Here is your winner, and new Lucha Libre Stampede Total Champion, Piper the Champ.
And she's got the zoomies again. Well, let's see what Pippa's Little Kong Strong title reign looks like. Will she hold it more than 1 week? That is the question. She's on the scoreboard now. 2 of 3 members of her household have now held this championship, that being herself, of course, and Pippa's mum, the Drinks Fairy. Ben Potter, no relation, has yet to win the championship. I'm not even sure the wheels called him forth. But either way, a lackluster match, but a new champion nonetheless. Right, let's move on. Doesn't show up for her own show, then gets a title just like that. Bloomin' rigged. Just had a message from Pippa's mum there saying, I can't believe I'm cuddling a champion. Can confirm. Pippa, you know what? She doesn't even look that fussed that she's just won a championship. I'll say that much. She should be way more excited than she is. She's not asked. Up next, we have the brand new Butterfield title champion, the Vent Pervert, who has something to get off his chest. Let's see what he's got to say. Here he comes. Miraculously, quite frankly, he's still walking after the Hell in a Cell match that he competed in against Gollum and the Pufferfish. But he emerged victorious, and he is the new Butterfield champion. I also can't believe I'm cuddling a champion, I say as I hug my plushy Batman. Hold him tight. Let's hear what the Vent Pervert has to say. What you got for us? What have you got for us, Pervert? That doesn't sound right. What you got to say, Batman? He's calling for a mic. And he's got one. You probably all saw the Hell in a Cell match that I went through. And if anybody out there thinks they can deal as much punishment as the Cell that did, then you can come on down. That's what he said. Those were his words exactly, in that exact tone and inflection. Oh no, it's glitched again. Batman has no opponent at all. So it looks like Batman is in a match with no one. And how long would you like to stare at it this time before I force him to lose via countout? He is fighting his demons. So if you missed this last time, this has happened before. The game has started a match, but there is no opponent, and it will stay like this until I take control. Here we go. This is what was meant to happen. It appears Gollum and the Vent Pervert are in a rivalry. The Vent Pervert hypes up the crowd by laying down an open challenge to the locker room, ready to take on any opponent on the spot. A victory with the sudden circumstances gives the superstar the attention of the WWE universe, but a loss could make them eat their own words in an embarrassing fashion. Effect: the Vent Pervert issues an open challenge. Winner gains supercharged, loser gains cold streak. But then there's Gollum there, and on the menu a second ago it showed Disco Gary, so I have absolutely no... I don't know what the game was really trying to do, but we're going to take control of Batman. And I'm going to have to roll him out of the ring. Oh, I can't do any moves. I remember now. I actually can't do any attacks. I can't do any taunts. How did he get out of the ring? Can I get him out of the ring? Yes. Okay, so we can get out the ring. The only way for this match to end is for the referee to count us out. Try restart match. Okay, we can try restart match. If this fixes it, this is good to know. Right, here he comes again. Skip that. Hi, I'm Batman, and I'm doing a promo. Oh, okay, this is new. No. He was getting all hyped up, he was getting all warmed up, and he's back in there, and nobody's here. I guess Disco Gary was supposed to come out, and then the result of that match affects the Gollum rivalry, so by counting him out, you're helping Gollum. This is possibly the worst news that I could learn. Is that I'm actively going to be helping Gollum out here by forcing the Vent Pervert to lose. Climb out. There's a good boy. There we go. He really doesn't want to... The buttons really don't want to be pressed. Maybe he wants a vent. There's loads of vents backstage. And backstage is where the losers are. Winners get to come out to the ring. And if you're going to come out to the ring and you're going to lay an open challenge and nobody answers it, and then you still lose the match, that's pretty impressively terrible. Referee giving Batman plenty of opportunities to get back into the ring. Can I get... Yes, we're going out here. We are heading out. Here we go. He's got a chair. Can he just leave? Can we just leave? Doesn't look like we can. Batman still going for a little explore out here. He's going to be gutted when he loses this, I tell you. Absolutely incredible action here on PipDown. The first match was lackluster. The second match only had one person in it. Disappointing. Apparently there was 300 points worth of heightened drama, so that was quite exciting. Now, hopefully, this will be an actual match. But given how weird it just got, I wonder if the game is on the verge of crashing. We'll have to find out. It is Bonquit of Pokemon Scorched Silver fame versus Bonklin of Pokemon Heart Gold Nuzlocke fame. These two have collided, that's right, I said it, over the last few weeks. Bonquit got the first victory, Bonklin managed to eke back a second, and they're still going. Their rivalry is not done yet. Pokemon battle? What's that? Let's punch each other in the face. That's more like it. That's what I like to hear. Bonquit and Bonklin go one-on-one next on PipDown. All right, predictions are now live. Something very best. Who do you think is going to win? Bonquit versus Bonklin, one-on-one. Pokemano a mano. I like it. Ben is willing to make the game crash in order to let Gollum win. That's not true. I would make it crash to ensure Gollum got a loss, but I would never ever support Gollum. Ever. There's simply no evidence. Let's go. It's Pokey time. Oh, she's already there. And here comes her opponent. Oh no, Lord Brotovich has to catch a stray. Oh no. Oh, Lord Brotovich. Look at him. He's dead. Oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, he had nothing to do with this.
I'm just glad Duo Kappa fixed all these games glitches before moving on to Duo Kappa 26 and abandoning this one.
Method Drone, thank you for the bits. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see the day one glitches in 2K26. They're going to be incredible. Now, unfortunately, we are going to have to refund the channel points because the referee waved this match off. He did not start a match. It was abandoned, yes. So while it looks like they are having a match, that is simply not the case. The referee called for the bell, and it's basically first person to a knockout. So essentially, we have had one lackluster match. We've had the Vent Pervert versus himself, which ended via countout. And now we've had Lord Brotovich murdered for no reason. And Bonklin versus Bonquit isn't even a real match. So we've got what a pelter of it. Pelter? What a belter of a show we've had so far. PipDown has been incredible. And Bonklin keeps going for those springboard elbows. He keeps missing them. Bonklin to her feet, double stomp to the midsection of Bonklin. These two, since they last fought each other in WWE 2K25, have actually met in Scorched Silver. Bonklin has now met Bonquit. Bonquit met Bonklin, fully grown adult Bonklin, on one of the islands in the post-game, and presumably we'll have to battle him at some point too. But either way, this particular encounter will not really mean much, especially to people's channel points, BENXT Bucks wallets, because, oh my god, she's killing him. She's bloody killing him. I mean, to be fair, he did murder Lord Brotovich on the way down. That wasn't very nice. Is this even worse than Gravy Bay? It might be close. At least Gravy Bay, you know, was a nice venue, right? This is just... Oh my god, Springboard Poison Rana. That is devastating. Bonquit has got to be in a world of hurt there. And now Bonklin locking her up into a submission. And again, this is not a traditional match in that we're not really going to secure a winner here in the traditional sense. It's going to be basically first to knockout. So once that red bar of Bonklin, for example, gets all the way down to the bottom, Bonquit just walking on the spot. If Bonquit's able to then hit a big move, that being a signature or a finisher, she could well just knock him out and win. But it's not really. Anyway, so it's very silly, and it continues the trend of this particular episode of PipDown of being absolutely bloody awful. Bonklin staggering to his feet. Bonkwit up to the middle rope now. And Bonkwit, beautiful missile dropkick, drops Bonklin, who springs back to his feet, and he catches Bonkwit unawares, sends her tumbling down to the canvas. I don't really know why we're still watching this because it doesn't mean anything. Bonkwit, though, springs up, sends Bonklin to the ropes and ducks under. Bonkwit now leaps over and hip toss, arm drag, whatever you want to call it. They're different things. I just didn't really have a very good angle of it. She sits Bonklin up, gets a bit confused by the ropes, and oh! That's a knee to the face of Bonklin. And he's desperately rolling to those ropes to try and drag himself to his feet, but Bonkwit is not going to let it happen as she just, oh my goodness me, just choking the life out of Bonklin over that bottom rope, and Bonkwit in absolute and utter control here. That rolling leg snap, leg extending, and Bonkwit within a whisker of having her signature maneuver. Just one more move will do the job. She's trying to walk him all the way over there. That's a long way to go, but she does manage to do it. Now she has her signature, but it's Bonklin's turn. Bonklin with the counter as he sprints over, forearm to the face of Bonkwit, and she collapses down. And Bonklin, springboard elbow drop, finds its mark that time. Third time is the charm, and Bonklin has his finisher. Bonkwit might be in trouble now. Big splash. Bonkwit tried to roll out of the way, but he still managed to land on her back, and she rolls back over. Oh, and now a senton for good measure. But of course he can't go for the pin, because that's not how this match works. So he's going to go for another submission. Try and make her pass out. She manages to escape. And Bonkwit's still got a signature maneuver. Head scissors takedown, and that's going to do it, apparently. That's the end of this weird little thing. Good. We at least got a good rating, but that was not a match. There was no pin, there was no submission, no bell rang. And this dreadful episode of PipDown continues, but I have a feeling that this match is going to be a good one. Because the multi-person matches are always ridiculous. It could go on for 6,000 years. So I hope you've got snacks. I hope you have beverages ready. Look at the state of this. We've got Pippa the Cat winning the first match. That's a victory. And then the Vent Pervert lost to no one. And then the last match, 2 red names because nobody won. Christ alive. Bonklin fainted.
Some snack bits for the next match.
Melo Dino, thank you very much. I will consume those. All in one go, quite frankly, because I have no self-control, so I won't be able to pace myself, but I will enjoy them. Thank you very much. Now, predictions are live for, hopefully, our second real match of the night. And the main event is a promo. So at the end of this show, on a show that has 5 slots for matches, we will have had possibly 2 matches. Terrible. Okay, let's get a photo of that running order and let's get cracking. It's the Eggs Budden, the former Butterfield champion Pufferfish, Jackanism, and Paul Schnauzer colliding in head-to-head-to-head-to-head action. This will be a good match, I hope. I hope. This is almost as bad as BENXT Gravy Bay. WWE built an empire in this kind of booking. Who's to say I can't do the same, right? I could be worth $1 billion. I could be worth $1 billion. Maybe. Maybe. Right, let's do this thing. Prediction still live. Let's go. It is the Eggs Budden.
It's a fatal 4-way match. Making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan. Weighing in at 190 pounds. A luchador extreme.
A luchador? The Eggs Budden, no slouch. Do not sleep on the Eggs Budden. Former Little Kong strong champion in his own right. No title on the line here, though, of course. And now, fresh off his grueling match at Backlash, it is the former Butterfield champion, Puffer Fist.
Barrier Reef, weighing in at 394 pounds, the rejected Fisherman.
Just a normal, unproblematic fish here. Nothing to see. Please do not be worried. Now, all of these chaps, I believe, are in the Butterfield Championship division. And whoever wins this match, you have to assume will get a big bump up in the rankings. So, quite important to everybody in here that they come out with a victory. And you know where you'd press the X button? Wrong guy. You know where you'd press the X button? That's right. It's when you're doing a Jackanism. There we go. We did it.
From overseas, weighing in at 228 pounds,
Jackanism is here. He's put on some absolutely incredible performances recently. Unfortunately for him, though, it hasn't translated to any title opportunities or indeed any gold. And you know pirates love gold. Well, that's enough from Jack. It's time for a man who is problematic or maybe isn't problematic. I don't really know, but he's called Paul and we haven't seen him for a while.
from no place in particular, weighing in at 273 pounds,
Paul Schnauzer is here. Do not invoke his name. You will be embarrassed. Possibly problematic Paul. That's him. He's here. He's trying to pick fights with the kids in the front row. No one's really rising to it, though. Every week people ask me, where's Paul? Where's Paul? Bring out Schnauzer. Well, you got him. He's here. The game heard you. You've been served up. Ace, God, right in that woman's face. She's not even looking at him. You've been served up a steaming pile of Schnauzer. Eat up. It's time for the fatal four-way. Please do not try this at home. Eggs Budden. Fish. Nism. And Schnauzer. Now, the rules of a fatal four-way, if you're unfamiliar, there is no count-out, there is no disqualification. It is the first person to pin or submit another person, Jesus Christ, who is the victor. But of course, when someone goes for a pin or a submission, as such, I mean, they're in the middle of a move, the other participants will run over and try and break it up because they don't want that other person to win. So these matches can go quite a while sometimes. Standing, STO, little bit of moniker from Eggs Budden to Schnauzer. Pufferfish. Back suplex to Eggs Budden. And now the Pufferfish. Surely riding a wave of absolute frustration after losing his title into the cover, and that's what I'm talking about. Eggs Budden breaks up that pinning attempt immediately. And the Button trying to reach Pufferfish but couldn't due to the prone body of Jackanism, and Paul Schnauzer will make him pay. And now Schnauzer sent into the corner. Eggs Budden leg lariat to Jackanism. Jackanism rolls out, and this is where we start to see the separation and possibly the introduction of a weapon as well. As Eggs Budden has retrieved himself a baseball bat and he clocks Jackanism in the face with it. Ooh, took slightly too long there. Kick out at 1. But Eggs Budden was making his way in to break up the pinning attempt. And now Pufferfish just hoists Eggs Budden and throws him across the ring as Schnauzer and Jackanism go at it on the outside. While there is no disqualification or count out in this match, the match must end inside the ring. So submissions, pinfall attempts, they must happen in the ring. Schnauzer stalking Jackanism on the outside. Eggs Budden and Pufferfish trading blows. A little bit of moniker there to the Pufferfish into the cover. Referee slides into position. 1 count. Schnauzer makes his way back into the ring in a vain attempt. German suplex. A vain attempt to break up that pin, but turns out he didn't need to, so that's fine. Into the cover goes Schnauzer now, as Jackanism is busy slapping his bum on the outside. A weird tactic. Not sure if that's going to pay off for him, and I believe Jackanism just got busted open. Poor Jackanism's taking an absolute beating so far in this match. And the X button bending the arm back, snapping the arm of Jackanism while inside the ring. The Pufferfish and Schnauzer go at it. Big splash from the Pufferfish, and the Pufferfish does have his signature maneuver. I think we're about to see the worm. Here it comes. Pufferfish, big elbow drop to the heart of Schnauzer. And Pufferfish now into the cover. Jackanism is rushing to break it up and does so. Oh, and a big boot to the face of the Pufferfish. And now Jackanism trying to take advantage of Schnauzer, although Schnauzer with the enziguri to the side of the head of Jackanism. X-Button now making his presence felt, sliding in and interfering. And all three men and Fish are now back in the ring. Roll up. Nobody's looking because everyone's having a little nap. If Schnauzer isn't in 2026, we riot. Pretty sure 2K are including him as a secret unlockable. Please, no. He's so problematic, maybe. I'm not sure. Double stomp to the midsection of the Pufferfish. X-Button back to the outside, fetching that baseball bat. Oh my goodness, just smashing it across the knee of the Pufferfish. Do Pufferfishes have knees? Across the knee of the Pufferfish and then throwing the bat at the face. Oh, goodness me, and Jackanism's fetched himself a kendo stick, which he's using to great effect, and I thought he was going to start slapping his bum again. It's like, Jack, now is not the time. Now is not the time, Jack. As he manages to... Oh, and a spear from Jackanism, and all three men and one Fish are now outside. Oh, God, it looked like the back of the neck of Jackanism may have clipped the ring apron there as he came down. And Schnauzer cuts down the Pufferfish at the back of the knee. Schnauzer sends Jack face first into the ring apron. X-Button climbs back in. DDT on the outside from Paul Schnauzer. X-Button feeling confident as Schnauzer retrieves himself. Oh my goodness me, some steel stairs which he just throws at Jackanism. And Jackanism just collapses on top of them, and the X-Button is sort of awkwardly maneuvering him all over the place. I think Schnauzer just did a move, but I was just staring at Jackanism. He was doing something. There's some weird physics going on with the stairs. Schnauzer on the outside. Schnauzer to the top rope. X-Button punches him right in the bum. That's not good. Oh, elbow across the throat into the cover. Could Jackanism get a big win here? No. Jackanism has a finisher. Paul Schnauzer has a finisher. Pufferfish has a finisher. And the X-Button has a signature. Jackanism. X marks the spot. He's wrenching that submission back. And I believe X-Button has been able to escape. One of the other two tried to interfere, but I think the stairs were in the way. Uh-oh. Michinoku driver from the X-Button into the pin. But there's the Pufferfish breaking it up. And the Pufferfish now, Schnauzer slips out the back door, back suplex, and X-Button waiting. And Jackanism's doing something strange again. He's quite difficult not to look at when he's doing weird things. Boot to the midsection, Jackanism. Powerbomb position, X-Button powers out of it. Pufferfish, deadlift, powerbomb, and now just throwing. Oh, it's a world's strongest slam from the Pufferfish. And then he just throws... Whoa! He just throws Jackanism for good measure. Welcome in, Raiders. Hello. Cultaholic faithful. Sam, how was your stream? Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you're all doing well. You've joined us in the midst of an absolutely chaotic fatal four-way here between the X-Button, a Pufferfish, Jackanism, and Paul Schnauzer. It's difficult to say who's actually winning so far, but I'd say it might be the Pufferfish, given that he's taken the least damage in this match. Ooh, counter from Schnauzer. Oh, and the Pufferfish just takes him down. Oh no, and the roll-up from Schnauzer. Jackanism arriving just in time to break it up. Schnauzer not quite fast enough to get that first punch off, and now Pufferfish is back to his feet. Oh, and face first down. And then a monkey flip from Schnauzer to the pufferfish. X-Button arriving back in the ring. And Schnauzer picks up the stairs, then puts them down. He watches X-Button while X-Button does something presumably amazing. Springboard crossbody. I couldn't do that, but I don't think it's that crazy. Uh-oh! Schnauzer is not breaking... Oh, Schnauzer. That was pretty dicey there. He prevented Pufferfish from breaking up that pin. Fortunately, Jackanism had the wherewithal to kick out at 2. And now X-Button sends the former Butterfield champ into the corner. And Jackanism marching the X-Button over to the other corner. What is Jackanism thinking now? Boot to the midsection of the pufferfish. Jackanism. Oh, he runs straight into the legs of the prone X-Button, and that will cut him off at the pass. We're getting in the deep water of this match now. Everybody is absolutely battered. Oh! Jackanism basically sent to the moon. Ben requesting a sentient pack of dude wipes debut in BENXT. It's what we all think is going to be in the crate on Raw. No. Come on, please. Surely not. Surely not. Pufferfish slides out. X-Button is absolutely chopping the shit out of the chest of Paul Schnauzer. And the Pufferfish, with dangerous intentions in his eyes, has completely missed that using the kendo stick. And then he drops it. So that was a complete waste of time. Elbow. Across the neck. And the Pufferfish now sends Jackanism into the corner. There goes Paul Schnauzer with the kendo stick. Hit it the first time, not the second time. Uh-oh. Here we go. Pufferfish up and down. The biggest of splashes, and nobody is there to break it up unless they run. Oh, God, a 2 count. Okay. I thought that was going to be it, and the X-Button's going to break up that one. And we are still going in this match. It is officially a 5-star match per the viewers. X-Button, Michinoku driver again. Oh, and both men have gone into the cover. Who's going to end up with the victory here? I don't know who this count is for. It's the X-Button. Oh, an absolute disaster for the Pufferfish, who didn't realise the X-Button has also gone for a pin. And that allowed the X-Button to make that pin unimpeded. Pufferfish thought surely he had it in the bag, but unfortunately for him, 2 pins applied at the same time, and it was the X-Button who got his off first, meaning that the Button is victorious in this gigantic fatal 4-way. So this was it here. Oh, sorry, this was it here. Paul Schnauzer falls victim to that Michinoku driver pop-up. Hang on, what was it? The puff-up powerbomb. Both men entering the cover simultaneously, but it was the X-Button whose pin was counted. And the former Little Kong Strong champion secures a massive victory here tonight on PipDown. This might be one of the most unpopular and controversial episodes of PipDown we have ever had. Jack kicked out, I think. Really? Jack kicked out? Where are we? Let's have a look at this again. Well, I mean, if Jack kicked out, it doesn't matter. So we can't see the pin attempt. Yeah, Jack did kick out. So there we are. Where's that referee? He was trying to fuck on me. Unfortunately, the tape says it all. The X-Button was the victor of that fatal 4-way. I'm sorry to say. Now, the terrible PipDown continues as we have not a main event match, but we have a promo. Now, these two collided at Backlash recently in a ladder match where Barb Pistottier captured her first PipDown Women's Championship at the expense of the Chevrolet Matisse, who couldn't reach the ladder. She was trying to stop Barb from grabbing the title, but she just kept trying over and over again. But she was just too short, and also there was a chair in the way. These two appear to be meeting for a promo now.
Ooh, chavo! Where's the referee? Is trying to shit on me.
That worked surprisingly well. Techiweo, thank you for the bits. So what is it that the Chevrolet Matiz, or indeed Barb Pistortier, has to say? I have no idea. I don't know who's going to be doing any talking here. I'll have my music ready either way. God's sake. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, the Chevrolet Matiz is coming out. What does the former women's champion have to say? She's probably got a lot on her mind. I'm no longer your PipDown's women's champion, and that makes me sick. You all saw the footage. It was an embarrassment. It shouldn't have even been allowed to happen. Why did I, the longest reigning PipDown women's champion in history, have to compete in a ladder... Whoa, hang on. Barb's heard enough. Well, if you didn't want to defend it in a ladder match, maybe you should have said no, says the champion. And then she comes. Look at you, all short and made of car and stuff. Who do you think you are? I'm a real champion, and that's how it should be. I think her promo would sound more like beep, beep, honk. Okay, what's she going to say? Beep, beep, honk, honk. All right, not interested. It seems the computer has turned down a match there. So, right, let's get this straight. Chevrolet Matiz came out, said something on the microphone, then Barb came out and said, oh yeah? Well then let's have a match. And the Chevrolet said, nah. And I think that really is the cherry on top of this phenomenal episode of PipDown. Really, just an absolute all-timer, isn't it? What an apparently Barb won. So let's recap. So Pip had won a championship. That's quite exciting. That match was fine. It was over in a minute. The Vent Pervert lost to himself. This was a no contest. The Eggs Budden match ended in controversy because there was a double pin and some people didn't like that. And then we had a main event promo where the Chevrolet Matiz came out, got offered a match, said no, and then went home. Really good. Really, really good. That match was a 5-star match, apparently. Maybe not a 5-star ending, but there we go. I think I'll just skip next week's PipDown. I'll watch the recap on YouTube. I'll go to cultaholic.com and I'll read the results. Right, let's see if we can get ourselves a decent BENXT. Surely we can hope for that. Let's see what the game will give us. Please, give us something nice. I mean, it's difficult to be cross at that, isn't it? Mikey Jonso, Frank Ham, and Shrek in a triple threat match. Mikey Jonso. What is he currently? Is he the? He set history at Backlash by successfully defending the Vidiots Championship. He's the first member of the Vidiots to have been able to do that. So he's the current Vidiots champion. James Jenkins has got a promo for himself. Dave Benson Phillips versus Dave Bautista. Dick Mychinko versus Brian Butterfield. Ashley Olsen versus Dr. Hill. That's a good show. That's a pretty good show, I think. So we need to pick something to get cut. I don't want to cut Jimmy Jenks' promo. It's surely going to be... It's going to be worth listening to, I think. Shrek is getting cancelled on TikTok. What? What's he done? What's happened? Do I want to know? Is it going to make me sad? Has Shrek done something awful? Yeah, I think, unfortunately, it's DBP and Dave Bautista who are getting cut from the show. Sorry, guys. Right. This, of course, will then become the Battle Royal for the Aldi Red Thunder Championship. We love this match every week. Ben, I just have to say I can't wait for Kenny versus Swerve tonight. It's a match that's absolutely gonna fuck. I'm sure it will. Just the entrances alone will be incredible. I hope it's good. I hope you enjoy it. This, of course, means that we've got to spin the wheel. And, oh, I wonder if... Are we hearing from James before this match? I think we are. We'll have to hear what James has to say because he is the current Aldi Red Thunder champion. Unless we forget, his tag team partner, Kat the Writer, was not only the former Aldi Red Thunder champion, but he eliminated her from the match. What does that mean for their tag team? What does it mean? And can James get through this match and retain his championship? James Jenkins automatically qualifies. Let's see what the wheel is going to give us this time around. Where is it? There it is. Here we go. Spin the wheel. Oh, oh no. Oh no. A rivalry renewed. Kat's not done. She wants a shot at Jenkins. You can't write it. Right, let's see what else we got. I mean, you can write it, and if you could, Kat would write it because she's an excellent writer. Silas the Dog Boy. Is he in action? No, it's Dr. Anal Hill. Silas the Dog Boy has been called by the wheel. Pao Musek. Haven't seen Pao Musek for a minute. The Electric Mouse. 2 slots remain. Charlie Guillermo. Here he is. And the final space goes to the Fisher-Price car. There we are. That's your field. Hell yeah. Pretty good stuff. Wheel, get off my screen. Now, my friends, I'm sorry to dangle the carrot of such an amazing episode of BENXT that puts PipDown to shame in front of you and then disappear. But I do really need a wee. So I'm going to go to the toilet. I've done pretty well this week so far. I don't think I went to the toilet once during Pokémon or Resident Evil. So I'm going to make up for it this stream and I'm going to go for 11 Wiis. 11 Wiis. Count them. This is the first of 11 Wiis. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Piss successful. Good effect on target. We are pissing. Oh, hello. Sorry, we've still got X Buttons music going. Hang on, I didn't even turn it off. That's enough. That's enough. You had your moment. You pissed everybody off already. Stop it. Okay. Let's start the show, everybody. First match now. Mikey Johnson, the VODs champion, takes on Frank Ham and Shrek in triple threat action. And there shouldn't be any nonsense in this. I hope I didn't make a note of which order they were coming out. That's annoying. My music will be a little delayed, but I shall do my best. Here we go. Predictions are live. Wager those BENXT bucks as we get stuck in.
We got that doggy shit, nah, I ain't talking sexual. Walking round on all fours, they make me hit the floor. The floofers, you know I'm talking about
Woof woof, woof woof.
Making his way to the ring.
I see them almost every day. You know I stop and say, hey, if that owner gets in my way, there's gonna be a price to pay. Smack a bitch, smack a bitch, smack a bitch.
What?
And I ain't talking about a female dog. This one goes out to my boy.
Flyboy Michael Johnson riding a wave of momentum off the back of Backlash, where he successfully defended his VODs Championship, becoming the first VODs to do so. Defeated Ben Potter, no relation, and Peter Austin, never met him. And now he enters this triple threat match against a new big bad on the scene, but also this man. If I played the right music at the right time, I think I have. No, this is the wrong music, wrong guy.
From no place in particular, weighing in at 100 pounds,
Frank Ham. If you'd like, I can introduce Ham. And here he is. This is Ham from Metropolis Mania. I just totally confused Frank Ham for admin there for a second. It's possibly because we never see either of them. That's right, you're looking at one half of the Ham percent speedrun record holders on speedrun.com. We successfully hold the title of Ham percent. And Ham is here. And what a statement he could make tonight if he got a win over a champion and a Shrek. A reminder that somehow this music has been able to avoid being copyright matched on YouTube. So big salute to Ben Cooper, not only for arranging this for us so quickly, but also doing so in a manner that the copyright bots don't understand. Shrek is here. Well, Shrek isn't here yet. Shrek is still wobbling his way down to the ring, but he's nearly here. He's getting here. I don't think we can wait any longer. Sorry, Shrek. YouTube clearly decided that it simply must be heard. That's it. That's it. BENXT. BENXT. Frank Ham. Shrek. Mikey Johnso. Who's going to come out on top? And Jessica Carr, of course, who is not in this match. She is in this match, but she's not wrestling. Shrek with the heavy swings to Ham. And Mikey Johnso with a backbreaker. Michael, the only one standing at the moment. A big boot from Frank Ham. I think we've sort of underestimated quite how long Frank Ham is. He's a tall boy. I've not really seen him next to the other participants. Shrek is obviously definitely has the advantage here. Into the bridge. Frank Ham will break that up, but Frank definitely has a few inches on Michael Johnson. Stop laughing. Mikey sent into the corner. Frank Ham will follow. Shrek paying close attention as well. Shrek to the outside. Same rules apply as in the Fatal 4-Way match that we saw on PipDown, so there's no count out, no disqualification. First person to a pinfall or a submission is the victor, but it must end inside the ring. Back suplex from Shrek. And Shrek now, big splash, and Jessica Carr blocking our view. Brilliant stuff. And Mikey Johnson now taking control. Knee across the nose of Frank Ham and across the snoot of Shrek. That was rude. Shrek has a nose, doesn't he? I didn't need to say snoot. Michael now wrenching back on the arm and the shoulder joint of Shrek. Oh my goodness me, might have just twisted the arm out of the socket of Shrek there as Frank makes his way into the ring with a kendo stick. And Mikey was able to disable that. Shrek ducked out of the way of the first one, but now Mikey, DDT, Shrek's down. And now he turns around and walks straight into Frank. If you'd like, I can introduce Frank, but perhaps you'd prefer to know Ham. And Frank Ham now with Mikey. Oh, big boot. Sends Mikey tumbling over the top rope. If this was the Audi Red Thunder Battle Royal, that'd be it. Mikey would be eliminated, but it's not, so it doesn't matter. When do we get the introduction of Shrek's manager, Don K? I love it. Soon, I hope. Mikey sends Shrek into the corner. Frank Ham is down. Shrek spun around. Big clubbing blow to the back of Shrek. And now Mikey sends him shoulder first into that ring post, that steel ring post, as Frank Ham would like to introduce you to a baseball bat. And is he going to do so? Oh, I'd say that he is. Oh, that is not nice for Mikey, who eats 3 stiff shots of the baseball bat. And Mikey does have his signature. He's the only person not to have sustained any damage on his model yet. And nobody else is really that close. Mikey steps through. Could be looking for the sharpshooter here. No, okay. And he has Frank up. Oh my goodness me. Essentially a curb stomp. Stamping him down. And Mikey now has his finisher. And if he can hit that on Frank, he will absolutely be able to get the 3 count, but he's still got a 300-pound green man to worry about, that being Shrek. And unfortunately for Mikey, he's going to have to roll out of the ring to have a little breather. And really, if Shrek is able to capitalise on being alone with Frank Ham, he could walk out with the victory, but Mikey's back to his feet now. Frank back in control as well. Side Russian leg sweep. Mikey picks up the baseball bat, decides to return the favour to Ham into the cover. Shrek is down, looking to steal the work of Ham there. Glad you clarified which 300-pound green man was the issue there. Well, that's why I'm here. Just to make things a little easier to understand. German suplex holds on. Does Shrek? Spins him out. Clothesline. Mikey Johnson goes for a ride into the cover, and Ham is there. Decides to put down his stick very politely first before breaking it up. And Ham is hulking up. Ham has his finisher. This is the I would like to introduce you to. Oh my goodness me. Frank Ham got absolutely all of this. This could be the biggest win of Frank's career. Oh no! Mikey just too late. I didn't even have the music queued up. I didn't think that was likely. Frank Ham is victorious in this triple threat match. Mikey just didn't quite get there to break it up. Oh my goodness me. He would have been, quite frankly, no disrespect to quite frankly Hamley, but he was not my pick in this match at all. I would have thought Shrek or Johnson, but a huge win for Frank Ham. If you'd like, I can introduce your winner, and it's Frank Ham. Referee trying to lift the arm of Frank, but there appears to be some sort of problem. He is still running on that PS2 game engine, and Jessica Carr probably right to run away. God only knows what Frank Ham would have done next. Yeah, I'm glad they turned that into a fist as the arm was raised. That could have been a little bit dicey. Frank Ham, victorious in a triple threat match. Good for Ham. Good for Ham. We're not done, though, because it's time to hear what Jenkins has to say. Dun, dun, dun. Ba, 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 ba. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. My name's James Jenkins, and I'm here to say I won the title and screwed over my tag team partner in a major way. That's right, that's what he's going to say. Jimmy Janky. Let's hear what Jimmy Janky has to say. Right, this is part of some sort of rivalry, so I'm going to do my best to skip over this because I don't want any spoilers. Oh, I did a terrible job. That was probably the worst job I could have possibly done at skipping over it. It appears that Kat has not forgotten what happened last week on BENXT. Not only has she been called forth by the wheel, but she might have something to say about this promo as well. James is going to say he'll win his next match in 5 minutes and then get thrown out straight away. Probably. Could this be the end of the Jimmy Janky Cat the Writer tag team? Say it ain't so. Right. Let's hear what Jiminy Janky has to say. The Aldi Red Thunder champion is here ahead of his title defense next on BENXT. Maybe he'll address the issues from last week. I'm James Jenkins and I'm here to say I won the title and screwed over my tag team partner in a major way. And if my tag team partner is back there, I would quite frankly like to apologise because that wasn't my intention. But you know how it is, every person for themselves. But also I'm going to do a self-imposed challenge. I'm going to win my next match, says James. I'm going to win my next match. And that's it. James Jenkins has vowed to retain his Aldi Red Thunder Championship. But can he do it? LB and James Jenkins teaming up as the backstabbers? They'd be too powerful. We can't allow that. It is Aldi Red Thunder Battle Royal time. James Jenkins, the champion, defends against current tag team partner, certainly former Aldi Red Thunder champion, Kat the Writer, the Fisher Price Car, Pal Musek, Silas the Dog Boy, and Charlie Guillermo, also known as Chavo Guerrero. Can James do it? He just promised us. He said, I'm going to retain. I'm going to retain. I don't know if that's likely, man. We'll see. Predictions will be live in a moment. Let me say that again so you can understand the word because I just slurred that whole thing, I think. Predictions will be live in a moment. But let's get on with the entrances, shall we? We've got a few to get through. Let's get them out here.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the All-Star Ring Total Championship. Introducing the challenger from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 100 pounds, P-Boy.
Here comes Pal Musek. Look at him go. He's yellow. He's fast. He's made of electricity? Question mark? He is a former tag team champion. A former two-time tag team champion. Beg my pardon. I've undersold his credentials there. But the most recent Aldi Red Thunder champion is arriving now. And she was spurned by who she thought was her biggest supporter in the world, old Jimmy Janky, last week, who not only eliminated her but went on to win the title himself. Heinous on the part of James. And imagine what it would mean for Kat to recapture the gold this week if indeed she can do. But I hope you've been preparing yourselves because we are due for some excellent music next. And it's not the only time we're going to hear it tonight because Dr. Hill is in action later on. Kat's ready. Oh, no. Okay. She's fine. Cat is ready. Cat is ready. Silas the Dogboy, one half of the tag champs, has been called forth by the wheel. Now, we have spoken to him. We've told him that he's not allowed to summon fire during the match because that's, quite frankly, that's not fair and it's not nice. So we'll see if he honours that. Hopefully he will. He's been doing very well with not summoning fire during the match. We hope that continues. We hope the trend continues. But here comes the champion. The champ is here. We heard him just a moment ago promising that he would win this match. But is Jimmy Janky all talk, or can he back it up? Well, Mike Rome, the ring announcer there, said that he was still part of the tag team. We'll see if that remains the case after tonight. James has promised to win. Can he back it up? Can he possibly back it up? He was summoned earlier tonight by Techi Wayo. And here he is. Say his name, and he lies, cheats, and steals. It is Charlie Guillermo, looking to recapture the Aldi Red Thunder Championship. Charlie was one of the first big names in this division. Simon Miller was the inaugural Aldi Red Thunder champion. It was Chavo who won it, second. And he has since won it twice. And I believe Charlie Guillermo is one of the few Aldi Red Thunder champions who has actually managed to successfully defend the title as well. So, big deal him being in this match. He could make it 3 times tonight. And let me just check. That would be a record. Chavo winning a 3rd Aldi Red Thunder champion would set a record here on BENXT. But here's the Fisher-Price car. Tag team partner of the Chevrolet Matisse over on PipDown. She must be a bit pissed off about her best friend losing her PipDown Women's Championship in the manner that she did. Probably has lit a fire under her. Please don't light fires under cars, or indeed under people, or under anyone really. You probably shouldn't. Probably. Fisher-Price car is here. And with her arrival, the field is complete and we are ready to get this match started. Who is going to win? Channeling Badger has provided the final tally. Pau Musek 14%, Cat the Writer 27%, Silas 13%, rather poetically James also 27%, Chavo 7%, and the Fisher-Price car 11%. And we're underway. Self-promo challenge, you see it there in the top left. James Jenkins wins the match. That's what he said he would do. That's what he's trying to do. I'll explain the rules for the benefit of those who are unfamiliar. But we're basically playing the floor is lava here. You throw someone over the top. They have to go over the top rope. The top rope, not the middle, not under the bottom. They go over the top rope, both feet touching the floor. And they are eliminated from this match. Last person standing wins. Uppercut from Chavo. She's then grabbed by Cat, who headbutts Chavo in the back. The champion chops down the Fisher-Price car at the knee. And Silas the Dog Boy, definitely the biggest lad in this match. But he's also the only champion other than James. If he were to win this, he would be a double champion. That's how numbers work. Pau Musek attempting to eliminate Silas the Dog Boy. There is a mini game happening right now that we are not privy to because We're not controlling it. It's all being simulated. And it appears Silas is not nearly damaged enough to be thrown straight over, but there does appear to be some RNG sometimes. If you throw someone the right way, or if you have the right strength stats, or someone's the right height, you can throw them over and they can go straight over. You can get basically an instant elimination. We'll see if that happens here, but everyone's still very fresh at this point. Fisher-Price car powerbomb to Kat the Writer, as James Jenkins sees off the offense of Pal Musek. Kat taking a breather. Fisher-Price car going for the early elimination on Chavo Guerrero. Is Chavo going to hang on there? Kat continuing to take it to Silas. Whoa, look at that tilt-a-whirl DDT there from Chavo Guerrero. Very impressive. And there you saw actually the former friends. There we go. I was going to say the former friends, Kat and James, helping each other out. And now they're exchanging blows, and it's Kat who is landing those punches on the champion. Pal Musek, wheelbarrow, bulldog. Charlie Guillermo takes down the Fisher-Price car. It's absolutely chaotic here at the early going. Oh, and Kat! That's what I was talking about. Kat barely clinging on. She was very nearly the first to be eliminated, but she's still going. Charlie Guillermo's gone. Charlie's gone. Kat the Writer gets first blood. She has eliminated Chavo Guerrero. We are down to 5. And James looking to follow suit, not to be outdone. And wouldn't you know it, he's going for the cheat elimination. He's trying to eliminate the Fisher-Price car through the middle rope. It's because the Fisher-Price car isn't very tall and she won't go over the top rope, but it's still, the game still counts it. And the Fisher-Price car able to escape, luckily. Oh, Nate, sorry to hear about your internet. Hopefully you're able to watch this without too many problems. Pal Musek looking to eliminate Silas the Dog Boy. Silas, though, big splash in the corner. And continuing the offense is Silas on Pal Musek. And James and Kat now. DDT from Kat to James Jenkins. How can they possibly coexist? Pal Musek has gone. Silas the Dog Boy has eliminated Pal Musek, and Kat, not to be intimidated by the towering Silas the Dog Boy, just turns around and absolutely slaps him right in the face. Fisher-Price car takes down Kat the Writer, though, and Kat back to her feet. Kat always land on their feet, remember. Kat into the ropes. This is very delayed. Kat, though, seems was fighting. Oh, and now James is into... Uh-oh. James potentially looking to do exactly what he did last week, going for the elimination on his own tag partner. This would be devastating. Surely they can't be friends after this. James has eliminated Kat the Writer from the Aldi Red Thunder Battle Royal, a second week running. Jiminy Jenkins has absolutely no shame. Kat has been eliminated, and it is once again at the hands of her tag partner. Absolutely awful. And James is just watching on as Silas the Dog Boy and Fisher-Price car tear each other apart. Silas going for the elimination on the Fisher-Price car. And James, there goes the Fisher-Price car. James could do this. James could go back to back here. It's been a long time since we've had an Aldi Red Thunder champion actually manage to retain their championship. And James could be the first to do it in weeks. Silas the Dog Boy has been turned inside out by Jiminy Jenkins. Jimmy Jenks sends Silas the Dog Boy straight... Oh, he's bloody done it as well. Jenkins retains his championship. And once again, he does so at the expense of Kat the Writer. I mean, an incredible performance from James Jenkins. He called his shot. He called his fucking shot, and he did it. He was biding his time. He had his signature ready, locked and loaded. Once Silas eliminated the Fisher-Price card, James hit his signature, and then this was his signature here, and then all it took was tossing him over the top rope. James Jenkins is still your Aldi Red Thunder champion. Absolutely incredible work. Well done, James. You can't be mad at that. And I think that might be the first time supercharged, it says. That is, I think, the first time we have had one of our wrestlers come out, do a promo, say what they want to do, and then actually do it. Supercharged. I can't even fucking read it. Backing up their promises and confrontations in promos puts James Jenkins at the top of their game, increasing special, finisher, and defensive attributes by 1, stacks up to 10 times. Bloody hell, Jenkins! Man, you know what? I'm very proud of our James Jenkins. The fact that he won the Royal Rumble and then had an unsuccessful time ever since. But this Aldi Red Thunder division, he has been absolutely killing it the past couple of weeks. He is on top of the world. Jiminy Jenkins, still your Aldi Red Thunder champion. Incredible. Phone him. You know, I did actually send him a message. I asked him, I'll be honest, I did mean to do this earlier in the day, but I forgot and ran out of time. I was too busy looking for a PS5 by the bins. But I did message him just before this match saying, would you like to hop on Discord and maybe do some commentary? He's got a life. He's a busy man. If he does reply to me during the course of this stream, I'll see if he's up for a quick chat and we can get his thoughts on how he's been performing. So we'll see. But there we go. James Jenkins, still your Aldi Red Thunder champion. Up next, the new BENXT champion, Dick Mychinko, goes one-on-one with Brian Butterfield. 2 fantastic pieces of music here. It does appear to be a rivalry match, so hopefully there's no shenanigans that interrupt the entrances. And from that little glimpse, it looks like EE Tim has also not forgotten what happened last week, where he was dethroned as Timmy Two Belts. EE Tim has been BENXT Men's Champion for months. Dick Mychinko lost his match at Backlash, that's what it's called, Backlash, and then somehow earned himself a title match, which he won. Insane. Either way, we're up for a match next. Dick Mychinko versus Brian Butterfield, one-on-one. Sorry, yes, Ben. Contre coup. It's not Backlash, it's Contre coup La France. That's what it is. Maybe. Okay. Let's do it. Please no shenanigans. Please no shenanigans. Please no shenanigans. Yes, we're good. We get music.
Drop dead, motherfucker, you fucking amateurs.
Fuck's sake.
Chew on this, fuckhead.
Man, as much as I feel for EE Tim, it's good to see Big Dick back with gold. Dick Mychinko, the first ever 3-time BENXT Men's Champion, made history last week. You heard what I said. Big Dick's got his gold back. And he's feeling confident. Large Wilson.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 257 pounds, the NXT Men's Champion,
Richard Magnum is here. And there is that belt that he won. Rock and roll, motherfuckers, rock and roll. From one excellent piece of music to another, let's get Big Brian out here.
This was me, Brian Butterfield, 6 months ago before
Just
starting
gonna let it play.
England, weighing in at 309 pounds, Brian Butler Reigns.
But just look at me now. I feel like a new man, thanks to the Butterfield diet.
Birthday pie, pints of cream, pork cylinders, potato grid, artificial bacon, large mac, sandwich casserole, chocolate quail's eggs, garlic pudding, fluffy rock, hoisin crispy pasta pillow, bon, quiches Lorraine.
Imagine what a victory over the BENXT Men's Champion would... Brian, you mustn't. Imagine what a victory over the BENXT Men's Champion would do for Brian Butterfield. He, of course, most recently won the Aldi Red Thunder Championship. His trousers were so loose, he did need a new belt, and he went and fucking got himself one. Brian, Dick, one-on-one. Dick Chico with the counter. Educated feet of the champion there. Ooh, side suplex. To Brian. And now Demo Dick looking to, quite frankly, punish... Oh my God. Just punish Brian Butterfield. And Dick Machinko is feeling confident, and he has every right to be. As far as he's concerned, he probably reckons E.E. Tim is in the rearview mirror. He's never going to see him again. But as we know, that's probably not the case. Knee strike to the face of Brian. Oh, he's not done. Oh, and a massive boot, and Brian just tumbles to the floor on the outside. Demo Dick pacing in the ring. Jessica Carr starts her count. Sorry, Jessica Carr. The sexual tension in this match is palpable. You can measure it. Oh, and Richard Magnum is up on the barricade now. What's he looking to do here? Double axe handle to the face of Brian Butterfield. Brian now back to his feet. Demo Dick. I thought he was going to send him back in, but no, just sends him tumbling on the outside. You never get told that Brian dresses in a suit to wrestle after wearing his diet plan outfit. But just look at me now. I feel like a new man. Into the ring. Brian in control now. Richard Magnum back to his feet first, though, and you do not want to give the champion a moment to get going here. Snap suplex from Demo Dick. And now what's he looking to do? Beckons for Brian to get back to his feet. Brian goes, well, certainly, Dick. I'd only be too happy to help. And he plants that kick right into the sternum. May have broken a rib or a bone. Those are different, by the way. Ribs and bones, mutually exclusive. They are not the same. That's why I listed them that way. Big boot to the spine. That could have broken a vertebrae or a bone. Again, you're learning all sorts here. From the top rope goes Dick. Might have been a second rope. Doesn't matter. Stop second guessing yourself. Into the cover. Only a 2 count. Demo Dick. Brian got back to his feet very quickly. And look at the power of Brian Butterfield as he sends the champion slamming to the mat. Dick does have a signature maneuver. That's what that blue bar means. Running powerbomb from Brian, though. And Brian's starting to roll in this match. Double axe handle to the back of Dick Machinko. Slamming the elbow. Is Jessica Carr allowed to ref matches with the Chevrolet Matiz or Fisher-Price car? Seems like a conflict of interest. We've spoken to her. They are obviously part of the same family, given that they both have the last name Carr. But she's promised that she won't. And I trust her. Oh, and Brian's hulking up. He's used his special move to get himself a finisher straight away. If he's able to hit it, I don't... Oh, no, Brian. There we go. Oh, and that was... Oh, my God, he spun it around. Into the cover. That was the bomb. Oh, my goodness me. Sorry, Nate. 1 second. I just need to decipher what happened there. Right, so, oh, respect from the stage? No, I don't want to see the rivalry action. Stop it. So, what happened there? Brian Butterfield managed to call himself forth a finisher from the ether, maybe, and then he hit the bomb, but Dick Machinko still managed to kick out of it, and that's where we are. Nate has gifted 10 subs to the community. Thank you so much, Nate. That is very generous of you. It is time to get wide. We're bringing it back. It's been too long. We've done it in both the streams, haven't we, this week? Is this good? Is that... Oh, no, where am I? Come over here. There we go. Right, here we go. Let's welcome these new subs in here. Nate, thank you for gifting 10 subs to the community. Wet Dreams and Thick Streams. Ahoy hoy, welcome to the thickness. Nathan Ashby 87. Incarnus. Spartacus Tuber. Mason Fenrir TTV. Gonzo Noises. Dodo Plays. Jenny Ivanova, UK Endeavour, Spicy Rikers, and Okie Poke. Welcome all of you to the thickness. Nate, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Okay, that's it. Right, we're all caught up now. So Demo Dick just kicked out of a bomb. That's where we are. Lol, indeed. Okay. Demo Dick, because he's an absolute monster, has just shrugged it off, though, it seems. And Brian Butterfield is in the drop zone. Oh, my God, that leaping phenomenal forearm. Demo Dick decides that's enough. He's not even hit his finisher. And, well, he probably should have done, because that wasn't quite enough. And Dick now sends Bryan into the ropes. And Superman punch. We've seen Dick use that to great effect so many times. That's Demo Dick's signature maneuver. Is that going to be enough? Not quite. Bryan's still alive, but I tell you what, Demo Dick, he's got that finisher locked and loaded. That war crime knee we have seen used to great effect so many times. Full head of steam, clothesline in the corner. Bryan has no choice but just to collapse. And now this could be it. Oh no, he's going for a piss stomp. Gets absolutely all of it. Again, rubbing salt in the wound of E.E. Tim potentially here. Jessica Carr. Bryan Butterfield is still going. I have no idea why. And Bryan just rolled out of the way of that springboard moonsault attempt from Demo Dick. The BENXT champion potentially not quite ready for the amount of fight that Bryan Butterfield had to give in this match. Knee driven into the canvas. Bryan feeling himself. Thumbs are down. Big right hand. Oh, looks like we're going to exchange some blows now. Big slap from Bryan. Bigger slap from Mychinko. Chop. Chop. Counter from Demo Dick. And then another chop. Big chop from Big Bryan. Dick's calling for more. Big punch to the face. And now here they go. Just leathering the crap out of each other here. This is what BENXT is all about. This is where the sort of okay sometimes wrestle. Into the ropes. Ducks down. Does Bryan. Leaps over. And huge spine buster from Bryan Butterfield into the cover. Is Bryan about to pin the BENXT champion? No. Dick Mychinko still alive, but Bryan Butterfield has a finisher. Could he be going for the hoisin' crispy elbow? We've seen him do... No, okay, no, he's not doing that. Demo Dick back to his feet. Bryan leaping clothesline. Bryan could do this, you know. Bryan could beat the BENXT champion here. Runs into the corner. Massive boot to the face of Demo Dick. Bryan is just one bomb away from beating the champion. Uh-oh, but Demo Dick says no. That was Bryan's attempt at a finisher, and Demo Dick has him exactly where he wants him. There's the war crime knee, and Bryan Butterfield has been absolutely decimated by Demo Dick. You cannot sleep on this man. Demo Dick, your BENXT champion, has knocked Bryan... Oh, but hang on a second. Look who has come to sarcastically congratulate him. E.E. Tim. Perhaps liking what he sees. But the records will show that Demo Dick was victorious in this match. Bryan Butterfield, what an incredible performance. What an effort indeed. Bryan had that thing won. He was going for that finisher. If he could hit that bomb, he would have said, that's right, Nighty Night, you sweet piece of shit, to Demo Dick. But he couldn't do it. Dick Mychinko countering at the perfect moment, hitting that war crime knee and securing the victory. E.E. Tim making his presence felt, letting the new BENXT champion know that their business is far from over. Speaking of far from over, we've still got an hour and a quarter left of this stream. Our main event, also a rivalry match, is Ashley Olsen. Don't look at her eyes. She might turn you to stone. Against one half of the tag team champions, Dr. Anal Hill. Shenanigans might happen in this match. I don't know how that might happen. Now, this feud between the two tag teams, that being Ashley Olsen and Mary-Katen Olsen, has been bubbling for the past couple of weeks. And I think Mary-Kate, or maybe it was actually Ashley, defeated Silas the Dog Boy in one-on-one action, which you would not expect from a PS1 10-year-old, but there we are. Apparently it's possible. Ben, I looked in the eyes. What do I do? What do I do? Call your general practitioner now and book an appointment. And in 4 to 6 weeks, you will be seen and they will prescribe you something that can help. Ben, have you always looked like an Olsen? Only for some of my life. Particularly the last few years, I've been trying every day a little bit to look more like an Olsen. So. Ashley Olsen versus Dr. Anil Hill is your main event of BENXT, and it is happening. Cues up music now. Oh, we got shenanigans. Silas the Dog Boy has attacked Ashley Olsen from behind. Jessica Carr is furious. She's sending Silas the Dog Boy backstage. But this match, it appears, will continue. She's checking Ashley's... Well, she's not doing a very good job of checking Ashley's... No, she is actually. Ashley says, yes, she's good to continue. And this match is beginning. But Ashley Olsen definitely at a disadvantage because she's just been savagely attacked by a dog before this match even started. The crowd is going wild. Please predict responsibly and appropriately based on the information you have just seen. Dr. Anil Hill going for the early cover. Oh, I'm not going to do it. Swarthy Mofo, I hope work is okay. Thank you so much for being here. Have a lovely rest of your day. Dr. Hill, I'm not really sure what that was that he was doing, but it looked like it hurt. Someone in the crowd having a great time, it sounds like. And Dr. Hill has been taken down. Oh my god, she's got the same horrific athleticism and agility of Gollum, and I don't like either of them, and that's scary. Dr. Hill, double underhook. Face first goes Ashley Olsen. And, oh, he dives all the way to the outside. That clothesline basically beheads Ashley. And a big right hand from Dr. Hill. And now kick, and more kicks, and more kicks, and even more kicks. No, Dr. Hill counts again. No, hang on, no. She gets it the second time. Incredible. Ashley Olsen is very talented indeed. And she has systematically, despite being attacked by Silas the Dog Boy before the bell, she is systematically dissecting the tag team champions. Oh, she misses with that, though. That was a rare miscalculation for the Olsen. Twin, singular. But she counters again. Ashley sends... Oh, Dr. Hill all the way up over there. Not going to give you a specific place, just over there. Slides out of the ring, does Ashley? Oh, and a bit... You heard the impact on that. Oh, no. And a Hurricane Rana from a kneeling position for Dr. Hill. He's just sort of impaled on the outside. And Ashley Olsen is not done yet. They've got until a count of 10 to get back into the ring. They best hurry. They'd best hurry. I'm going to use magical powers to summon a beverage. The Drinks Fairy. If you are out there somewhere, can I please have another? Thank you. And they're both back in the ring. Huge slap from Ashley Olsen. And she drops one half of the tag team champions. Ashley Olsen now has a signature maneuver. Knee strike. Poison Rana. And she's going to go for the cover here off that. But she's got a finisher now. And Dr. Hill could be in a spot of bother. That, oh my god, what was that? A front flip clothesline? Her athleticism knows no bounds. Oh, but you know what? Two can play at the Hurricane Rana game as the tag champ. Oh my god. I think I saw some teeth fly out of the mouth of Ashley Olsen there. Dr. Hill has to have knocked all of the wind out of the body of her. And he has a signature and a finisher now as he drops her with that move. Oh, that was Hill stealing the finisher. I missed that. Sorry, that's why Dr. Hill has a finisher. He countered at the right time, stole Ashley Olsen's finisher. But Ashley back in control now. Oh, whoa, look at that. The hang time, impressive. Middle rope. Goes one half of the Olsen twins. Turns around. Blimey. That DDT might have killed him. Thank you so much. Say her name and she appears. I believe in the Drinks Fairy. Off the ropes. Rolling neck snap. Ashley Olsen Takes down Dr. Hill. Ashley Olsen has been so impressive in the past couple of weeks. And she could well, despite the start to this match, she could come out on top if she can hit this finisher. She has Dr. Hill exactly where she wants him. I'm not entirely sure what her finisher is. Top rope. Dr. Hill getting to his feet. Oh no, we did. We saw that last week. The top rope curb stomp. Absolutely horrible. She's done it again. Ashley Olsen has defeated both members of the Dark Picture Pals. Silas attacked her before the bell. It didn't fucking matter. She is possessed by Satan. You can see it in her face. And that top rope curb stomp was absolutely horrible. I can't believe that's even legal. Can we see that again? Absolutely horrid. Horrid. She's done it. The Olsen twins are rolling on BENXT. Incredible stuff.
Here is your winner.
She's so hard to look at. It's horrible. Horrible? Yeah. No, the eyes. It's horrible. It's really sinister. I don't like it. I know she's been on the roster for ages, but she looks especially frightening now. Has she gone to Rome or something and they've done like the reverse of an exorcism? She's made a special pilgrimage to become worse. Horrible. Congrats to her though. Look at the momentum in this feud. 70%. No, hang on. 66% momentum in favor of Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen. Terrible. Terrible. Really just dreadful. We'll see what this is leading to. Presumably it's a tag team title match. But now we shift our focus back to PipDown. It is time for another episode of PipDown. And do we think this episode of PipDown will be better or worse than last week's episode? An innercism. Yes, not an exorcism, an inorcism. Oh god, she's eaten the real Olsens. Made a special pilgrimage to become worse. That's me when I go to KFC. You should be proud of yourself. KFC's a real treat. Or it should be anyway. I can't sleep after KFC. On the one hand, it's because it's too exciting. I'm too stimulated from KFC. It's thrilling. And on the other, it's because it contains more salt than you should eat in an entire month. And I just wake up every 2 minutes to drink water. Okay. Let's see what the computer has given us for this episode of PipDown. Piss Jericho versus Daronk. Biker Barbara Piss versus Pippa the Cat. What? The Vent Pervert versus Jackanism. Bonquit versus Bonklin, but hopefully this one's a real match? Not a fake one like last week. And in the main event, Barb, Pistortier, and the Chevrolet Matisse versus Bobby Babalooni and Tina. What? Vent Pervert in a 6-person battle royale where only he shows up. That'd be good. This, I think we know how this is going to end. Because Barb and the Chevrolet Matisse are feuding. So Barb or the Chevrolet is going to go for a tag and the other one's going to go, no, I'm going to leave you high and dry. That's probably how it's going to go. Nate, see you soon. Thank you so much for being here and thank you again for those gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Can they coexist? What's getting cut then? I think we cut this match last time. It might have been a promo. Oh, I don't know what to cut. I kind of want to see all of these, you know? I think I want to see that the least. So I'm going to cut that one because we, of course, need... Will Pippa the Cat go into her match against Biker Barbara Piss still the Little Kong Strong champion? That is the question that we will answer in our opening contest. It's time for a tables match. It's time for a wheel. No, we cut a match and left 2 promos because we are good at buking. We are good at buking. We're the best at buking. Right, so. Pippa goes in. There she is. It is a title match. Spin the wheel. I had 2K when I came here tonight. Now I'm down to 800 FFS. You've still got time. There's still time to turn it around. Wheel. 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 Right, here we go. First entrant. Bobby's already in a match. Sorry, Bobby. You can't hear it, but there are sound effects that play when someone wins. It's applause, and then there's a really enthusiastic person going, woo! It's difficult not to laugh at every time. Okay, Chunk Boy is being called with the world's slowest entrance. Thought you weren't double dipping on matches anymore. I'm not, but Pippa is the champion, so she sort of has to be in this match regardless. Just like Jimmy Jenke got to have a promo and also got to be in his match as well. I came in with 112k. I'm up to 132k now. Everything's coming up. Millhouse. Congruent Lions. Spin the wheel. See, she's not allowed. She's not allowed. You're already in a match. I was down to 800 a while ago. Now I have 85k. All you need to do is follow the Butterfield diet. Piss Stratus does qualify. She was due to be a manager in the match that we have replaced for this match. Piss Stratus is in. 2 slots remain. Hello, PlayStation Nation. It's Brian Michael Bendis. And the final slot. I've clicked in the wrong one. And the final slot goes to... Cheeky sod. I thought it was going to be Ben Potter, no relation. It's Peter Austin. Draws the final straw. Could Peter win his... Oh God, help me. Could Peter win his first Little Kong Strong Championship? Get in there, my son. Get in there. Here we go. That is what we are starting with. Brian, Chunk Boy, Piss Stratus, and Peter Austin challenge Pippa the Cat for the Little Kong Strong Championship in a tables match, and we are starting with that one. So I'm going to take a photo and find out which music I need to play first. Okay, cool. Right, get yourselves ready. Because we're getting these entrances underway after an introduction, presumably from Mike Rome and not Alicia Taylor, as I had hoped once.
The following contest is a fatal 5-way tables match and is for the Lucha Libre Stampede Total Championship.
BMB might be one of the most decorated men that we have on the roster. Two-time BENXT Men's Champion. And you know what? I might have overhyped him. He's definitely held this championship before, though. And if he wins tonight, he could be a 2-time Little Kong Strong champion. But he's having to wrestle the undead. I haven't got the music ready. Where is it? There it is.
Tokyo, Japan. Weighing in at
as he descends from heaven over the course of 25 minutes. Chunk Boy graces the Little Kong Strong Championship match once again. Any second now. Any second now. He's still on his way. It's only a matter of time before Chunk Boy arrives at the ring. I'm not going to wait any longer. We've got more people who need to come out, and we need to get to them. Let's do it.
And representing the Union from Toronto, Ontario, Canada,
It's Pierce Stratus, who I don't think we've seen wrestle in a singles match for a while. She has been a manager on a number of occasions. She's been in tag team action on a number of occasions. But Pierce Stratus, representing the Undisputed Era, has a chance to bring gold back to the family tonight. Assuming she can overcome, of course, the manic energy and power of the champion who arrives next. She is a champion once again.
Newcastle upon Tyne, England, the Lucha Libre Stampede World Champion.
Jesus. She's a champion once again. But will she be a champion after this match? And of course she knows that she's got a match immediately following this against Biker Barbara Pierce, who is no slouch. And she needs to be ready for that. Pippa defending her title in a tables match now. And we have one last person who needs to come out. That is the former BENXT champion. The former BENXT tag team champion as well. I've literally never met this man in my entire life. Who is he? And that's Peter Austin. Looking to grab himself another piece of singles gold. And his arrival means that we are ready to get this match started. First person to put someone through a table becomes the new Little Kong Strong champion. Can Pippa go back to back? Can she equal the admittedly not hugely impressive record set by the Red Thunder Man? We will find out. Let's listen for that splat, please. There it is. Speaking of Peter Austin, he will be streaming tomorrow evening, I believe. So make sure you tune into him. twitch.tv/TinyPeterPlays. I will be live tomorrow morning at 11 AM, a bonus 4th stream. Just seeing out the end of the Resident Evil Village Shadows of Rose DLC. It will not be a long stream, I imagine. Probably an hour max. The VOD will go up as usual, though, if you're not able to join live. Oh, Peter completely misses with that. Pippa going after Pierce Stratus, and Pippa leaves the ring, as does BMB. Both participants thinking the same thing here, retrieving a table, sliding it into the ring. And are either of them going to have the wherewithal to set it up? Pippa decides she wants to set up Brian's, and then Brian stops her. Pierce Stratus has a table. Chunk Boy will punch it out of her hands. Now, BMB manages to find Chunk Boy. Peter Austin is setting up the table. And, uh-oh, Peter very close to that. Okay, no, Brian's going the other way with Peter. And Pierce Stratus seemingly has gotten a bit confused about how to put someone through a table. She walks the champion over to the wrong side of it. Back elbow. Look at Peter go. The speed of Peter Austin. Oh, and a little 619 for good measure as well. Peter, springboard, Hurricane Runner takes down Chunk Boy. A third table has arrived. You better stream for like 4 hours. How else will I be distracted by work? You'll just have to continue watching all the VODs, won't you, immediately afterwards. Peter Austin sent over the top rope. He's clinging on. Thank you, Trailing Badger. Votes are Brian 17%, Chunk Boy 21%, Pierce Stratus 17%, Pippa 33%, and Tiny Peter 12%. And Brian interrupts Pistratus attempting to set up a table. And, oh my goodness me, down goes Pistratus. Chunk Boy sets up a table. Oh, and wow, that was weird. The table immediately collapses. There are officially no tables in play at the moment. Oh, Snapdragon suplex there from Pippa the Cat. If the table was there, she would have gone through it. And Pippa and Pistratus exchanging blows. Peter watching on, wishing he could get involved. Back suplex from Brian Michael Bendis to Peter Austin. Poison Rana. Pistratus is surely going to need a minute to catch her breath, and Chunk Boy has set up another table. Oh, he's very lucky he didn't go through it. Chunk Boy managed to collapse the table, but didn't actually. There's a fourth table now. Can someone please just get one set up? Peter ducks behind. Oh, wrong way though. Pippa doesn't quite go through it. The tables just keep collapsing. No one's going through them. Just push back the start date for my new job a day next week so I can get one last unimpeded BENXT, so it better be good. Well, that is delightful. Congratulations on the new job. You'll have to remind me next week. Yeah, we'll make sure. I'll tell the whole roster they have to put on the show of their entire lives. How does that sound? Pistratus with the strikes to Peter Austin. Peter with the counter. No tables currently are set up for some reason. I'm not sure why. Peter Austin. Pistratus ducks out. Brian sent over the top rope by Chunk Boy. Big right hand from Brian. No, from Chunk Boy. Oh my God. 6 ambulance matches. Jesus Christ. That would take 3 hours. It would. Pistratus to the top rope. Who's she going for? Maybe Peter, and she manages to connect. That table just sort of standing there. Everyone's falling over themselves. Please will someone set up a table? Chunk Boy is listening. Chunk Boy's going to do it. This is the 3rd time I think Chunk Boy has set. No, for God's sake. Peter, just let him set up a table. Will nobody set up a table? PipDown again off to a fantastic start as absolutely none of the talent are communicating. No one is doing what they are supposed to do. Swinging neck breaker from Chunk Boy to Peter Austin, and then sort of a kind of weird inverted handstand splash. Knee strike from the champion to Brian Michael Bendis. Pippa now going to work on the leg of BMB. Table still wobbling around. Please don't introduce any more tables. Chunk Boy takes the stick away from Pistratus and makes her pay. Peter now picks up. Oh God, Pippa interrupts. Pick up a table. Pippa picks up a table. Pippa sets up a table. Pippa picks up Peter. Pippa marches Peter over to the table. What is Chunk Boy doing? Oh, and it appears Brian Michael Bendis interrupted Pippa's attempt to throw Peter through the table, and Peter now... Oh no, that's been interrupted. I was going to say Peter has Chunk Boy right where he wants him to be. Everyone is still running into each other. Pippa is back to her feet. Peter runs straight past the table. Chunk Boy interferes with Pippa's attempt to put Brian through the table. Chunk Boy... Don't really know what this is. Oh God, he's doing squats with Pippa. He's doing squats with Pippa the Cat, running Bulldog from Pistratus. Pippa is down. Chunk Boy and Peter are up. The table has collapsed again, and we must begin this whole charade all over again. Pistratus. Beautiful stuff. Oh, Pippa runs straight into the table, courtesy of Peter. Peter doing crazy moves. Pippa. Oh, God, okay. The moves are getting closer and closer. The champion has rolled out of the ring. That means that Chunk Boy and... No, there you go. Oh God, I thought she was going to go through the table. It appears everyone has forgotten what we are actually here to do. As Peter picks up the 3rd table and slides it back in, Chunk Boy hurls himself from the turnbuckle to the outside. Pippa is taunting, even though she shouldn't. And Peter, with Pippa in a powerbomb position. Oh no! Onto the barricade. Back first goes Pippa. And Peter hits the "That's a very interesting castle" on Pistratus on the outside. Peter sent back into the ring. Brian Michael Bendis just sent for a run, I suppose. Peter picks up a table. And Pippa gets back into the ring. Running power slam from Chunk Boy. Oh, bit of confusion inside the ring. Pippa ducks out the way. Peter, boot to the midsection of the champion. Code red from Peter Austin to My Cat. I wonder if Pippa's going to remember that next time she sees him. Peter sets up the table he just knocked over. Pippa lifted back to her feet. This might be the longest tables match we've ever had. Pippa into the corner. Brian, oh my God, lands bum first outside as Pippa collapses off the dropkick from Peter Austin. And now Peter and Pippa really are the two contenders here to win this match. Assuming nobody else gets in, Peter rolls out the way and Pippa just falls over. Again, a stellar showcase of the athleticism and the capabilities of the people that are on the roster of PipDown. And Chunk Boy clobbers Peter Austin with that chair. And he's hulking up. He's just got himself a finisher. He's got 2 finishes in tow. Poor Pippa is in the worst place she could possibly be. She's stunned. Chunk Boy now potentially looking to win himself a championship. Pippa slips out the back door. She takes down Chunk Boy at the knee. Peter slides back into the ring. Pippa the Cat now sends Chunk Boy back into the table. This is Pippa's moment. This is Pippa's moment. Can Pippa retain her championship? She's done it! Pippa the Cat goes back to back. She equals the record set by the Red Thunder Man. Pippa is the second person in PipDown history to successfully defend this title after a match that went on for what felt like 6 hours. Incredible work. Pippa the Cat still the Little Kong Strong champion. She's done it. That took so much out of me. I feel really tired now. My voice is starting to go as well. I'm going to make a note on the record that Pippa the Cat has now also held it for 2 weeks. Can she make it 3 is the question. Can Pippa make it 3? Peter got robbed. Peter should have won it, to be honest. There were several occasions, like here. Any move that happened near that table could have resulted in someone going through it, but wasn't to be. And still.
Here is your winner, and still, Lucha Libre Stampede Total Champion, Piper the Champ.
Now, I promised you 11 wheeze. And you're going to get your second one now. I'm going to quickly go to the toilet. I'll be right back. We will continue this episode of PipDown. Now, admittedly, the talent in this match didn't really focus on what they needed to, which was putting someone through a table. But it was arguably a better tables match than last week, and the show can only go up from here. Last week's PipDown was the worst of all time by a wide margin. And when I return from my urination, we shall see if it tops it. Congratulations to Pippa. Congratulations to those of you who backed her with your BENXT bucks. I'm going to go for a wee, and I will return momentarily. Don't go anywhere, please. Urination Chamber will be the next pay-per-view. That's great. That's really good. Come on, guys. How long have we been doing this? 10 months? How have we not come up with the urination chamber yet? That's fantastic. EE Tim, Piss Stratus, Barbara Piss, all entrants in the first annual urination chamber match. Oh, well, she is still the champion, to answer the question, and unfortunately for Pippa, she has to go straight back out there against biker Barbara Pierce. Yikes. Meow, wow, wow, wow. Now, I don't know why this match has come about. These two have never met, but for some reason in my head, I just assumed they were friends. that they just get on, you know? Because they're both my daughters. But apparently not. Apparently they must fight. And let's have a look at the tail of the tape here. I just want to remind everybody of the accolades of these two particular wrestlers. BENXT Women's Champion. 1 time, Biker Barbara Pierce. Pippa the Cat, 2 times. Wide Champion, none of them. Tag Champions, none of them. Aldi Red Thunder Champion, none of them. Then PipDown started. PipDown Women's Champion, Pippa the Cat. Little Kong Strong Champion, Pippa the Cat has equalled the record. 2 weeks as champion. But Biker Barbara Pierce was the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble match. She is to be feared. In fact, actually, you know what? They aren't friends. I remember now, because these two met for the BENXT Women's Championship. In fact, Biker Barbara Pierce won her BENXT Women's Championship from Pippa the Cat, and Pippa the Cat won her second BENXT Women's Championship back from Biker Barbara Pierce. So these two actually have a storied rivalry. This has been going on for some time. Either way, though, it's time for them to lock horns, as it were, once again. Wager those channel points, and let's get cracking. I think that Michael Cole should list all the best, all the titles that wrestlers haven't won too. I agree. Tell me what they haven't done. Humanize them for me, you know? Let's go. It's Biker Barbara Pierce with her motorbike that is louder than a collapsing star, but actually that doesn't make any noise because there is no noise in space. As that famous horror movie once said, in space no one can hear you in space. Biker Barbara Pierce makes her way to the ring on PipDown to face off against the woman/cat herself, Pippa the Cat, who is, I believe, downstairs having a cuddle and is not interested in saying hello to the viewing public on stream today. It's been a hard day for her. She has been asleep for, by my count, 7 hours. So, you know, it's tough being a cat. It's tough being a cat, man. It's tough. Here she is. Still the champ. Probably a little bit knackered and a little bit beaten up from her last match. Jesus, well, there's the pyro budget. Pippa the Cat, Little Kong Strong champion, goes to war with a former rival next. It's been a minute since these two have locked horns, and as far as I'm aware, this will be the rubber match. They both have a win each. Who will leave tonight as the victor? Who will get that all-important second win in this series? Referee calls for the bell and we're underway, and Pippa the Cat immediately walks directly into a knee, although a counter from Pippa, still going. Counter again from Biker Barbara. One of my all-time favourite Rumble moments is in, I think, 2001, when Taker rides his bike to the ring, parks it up on the ramp, wrestles, gets eliminated, and then you can just hear the bike rev back up as he fucks off back home, I assume, while the match continues. That is good. That's great. And Biker Barbara Pierce is all over Pippa the Cat here at the very start of this match. Up to the top rope goes Biker Barbara. Oh my goodness me, and she absolutely takes the face off Pippa the Cat there on the outside. And Pippa now being sent back into the ring by Biker Barbara Pierce, who is coming to this match clearly with a game plan. She rolls Pippa over into the cover. Of course, a victory here tonight would not earn her an opportunity at the Little Kong Strong Championship, because that's all decided by a wheel, but it would certainly be bragging rights to put down a former rival. And now Pippa with a reversal. And she drops the first ever Women's Royal Rumble winner. And now Biker Barbara back in control. Wrestling related thing that happened to me at the FurCon I went to. We did a version of Nevermind the Buzzcocks and I was a team captain. One of the next lines was Joe Hendry's entry music and I got it right. Nice one. Say his name and he appears. Biker Barbara. Oh no. Drop toe holds by Pippa the Cat. Pippa the Cat now back in control. Rolls through with the bridge. Look at the athleticism of the Little Kong Strong champion. Kick out before the count of one though. And now Biker Barbara climbing back in as Pippa measures her up. Oh no, counter again from Barbara. Oh, big right hand to the midsection. Oh no, and a clothesline sends Pippa for a ride. It's not looking good for Pippa in this one. Biker Barbara in absolute total control. Knee strike. Oh, and here we go. Looks like we're going to exchange some strikes now. Back and forth. Counter from Pippa. Overhand strike. Chop from Biker Barbara. And another chop. And another chop. And another chop. The unfortunate thing is that the chops of Pippa are landing in the stomach area and the chops of Biker Barbara are landing in the face area of Pippa, which doesn't seem really like a fair trade, but there we go. And back and forth, and here we go. It's all breaking down now. Biker Barbara ends up with a signature out the back of that. And it looks like they were fairly evenly striking one another there. I was desperately trying to search for the words to end that sentence. Oh, and Pippa counters the signature attempt of Biker Barbara, which means that Pippa the Cat now has her signature. Momentum swinging all the way back in Pippa's favour. And Pippa going to work on the arm. Pippa now going for a cover off the back of an arm bar. Not really sure how I feel about that, but there we go. Pippa, cross arm breaker to Biker Barbara Pierce. But Barbara still way too much in the tank here, able to fire out of it. Strikes from Barbara, counter from Pippa. We're starting to level things off here a bit in the deep water of this match as Pippa hooks the leg. That driver from Pippa the Cat into the cover. Is this enough to put down her former rival? Not quite. God, I swear that was a 3. But Pippa's got her finisher. She's ready to go. And it could be good night for Biker Barbara. Pippa wrestles her down, wrenching on that shoulder and that arm. Is Biker Barbara going to tap to Pippa the Cat? That would be humiliating. Oh, but Pippa elects to let her go. Again, there's that tactic on show. She knows that if Barbara escaped, Barbara would be back in control, so she decided to let her go. Pippa to the top rope. What is Pippa looking for here? Double axe handle. Biker Barbara collapses to the canvas, and now Pippa spins that arm round, kick to the sternum. Pippa the Cat again going for the same move. Interesting that Biker Barbara hasn't got that scouted yet. You would have expected more. Referee giving us a fantastic view of the action. No idea what's going on. Pippa. Pippa. Okay, just decides to walk back and punch Barbara in the face. Now, Pippa is going to go for it again in a seated position. Elbow to the face. And Biker Barbara's pretty much on the ropes here, both literally and figuratively. I think Pippa the Cat... In fact, yes, Pippa the Cat does have a second finisher stored now. If Pippa can hit that, Biker Barbara is done. She is stunned now in this match. Pippa just needs to get her back into the ring. I don't know why she's going for a submission maneuver out here. Oh my god, that wasn't a submission maneuver. That was horrible looking. Knees to the spine. She elects to... No, she's not going to climb back into the ring. Pippa's keeping me guessing here. Up to the top rope goes Pippa again. Elbow drop to the back of Biker Barbara Piss. And now... Pippa sends Biker Barbara back into the ring. Biker Barbara, despite an... oh, hang on a second. What is this? Look who it is. It is Funky Barbara Piss, who is distracting the Little Kong Strong champion with just enough time. Oh, no! Just enough time. Oh, the knee to the face. Not like this. Not like this, not off the distraction, surely. No, okay. Pippa is still alive, but that was so close to being it. Slingshot sent on, doesn't quite connect. Pippa getting back to her feet. Pippa's still alive, but she's taken a real beating now. This was Pippa's match to lose, but after that distraction from Funky Barbara Piss, Biker Barbara Piss is back in full control, and off that boot... Biker Barbara has earned herself a finisher. And now it's just going to be whoever fires first. Whoever can get their finisher off first will win this match. It can only end in the ring, of course. And Biker Barbara has forgotten that and so sends Pippa for a little run on the outside. She does have too much energy. It's probably a good idea, you know, to do that. Biker Barbara stomping on my cat. Counter from Pippa. And Pippa now on the offense. DDT on the outside. Pippa back to her feet. Drops a knee, I think. I can't really see. Up to a count of 5 now as the referee. Pippa needs to get Biker Barbara back into the ring. And that's exactly what she does. Pippa through the ropes. Pippa to the middle rope, calling for Biker Barbara. Oh, counter from Biker. And a counter from Pippa. Back and forth they go. Barbara sent into the corner now, and Pippa decides to go for a full run up. Oh, but Biker Barbara out of the way. Kick from Biker Barbara. And Barbara spins Pippa around. Oh no, not the Jinkle Jam. Anything but the Jinkle Jam. She's just a cat. Oh, God! She gets absolutely all of it. And she's not done. She gets Pippa the Cat back to her feet. Lands a number of different strikes. Oh, no, but Pippa with the counter. Pippa with the cat. Pippa going back to the armbar. The injured arm of Biker Barbara Piss. Is Biker Barbara going to tap out to Pippa the Cat? Can she survive? Can Biker Barbara escape this hold? Pippa decides to let her go again. Another interesting decision. I don't know why Pippa has a submission move to begin with, but Pippa nearly got the submission victory there. Has Biker Barbara set up on one knee, but Barbara rolls out of the way. And now momentum swings back in the favour of Biker Barbara. Uh-oh, we've just seen her do this. Knee straight to the face, and surely Pippa's put on a hell of a show tonight, but she cannot have anything left in the... No! The production truck started the music early. They were so sure. They were so sure that that was the end. They started playing the music early. Pippa the Cat just kicked out again of Biker Barbara Piss's finishing maneuver. But surely now, the sit-out powerbomb, Pippa the Cat has got nothing left. She can't have anything left in the tank. How on earth is she still going as Biker Barbara Piss just sends her clean over that top rope? Win or lose, Pippa the Cat has been incredible tonight, both in the Little Kong Strong Championship match and in this match as well. Pippa sent back into the ring by a stalking Biker Barbara. And Biker Barbara... Uh-oh! Pippa catches Biker Barbara by surprise. And now momentum swings back to Pippa. It seems all of the roster took it to heart last week. They saw the comments on social media about how terrible last week's episode of PipDown was, and everybody's bringing their A game tonight as Pippa the Cat, with a finisher in tow, can she pull victory from the jaws of defeat? She's going for that submission again. Is Biker Barbara going to tap out? Is this going to be it? Surely there's nothing left in the shoulder of Biker Barbara. She's done it. Pippa the Cat has submitted Biker Barbara Piss in the face of an absolute onslaught. Pippa the Cat has survived. She's eked out a victory, and it's not just a pin. She forced her biggest rival to tap out. Absolutely incredible. The fortitude. This is where the distraction came in and completely changed what this match looked like. The match should have ended there, but it wasn't done yet. Biker Barbara Piss went for a jinkle jam and then a second knee to the face, and that still wasn't it for Pippa. And Pippa eventually, finally, managing to get that submission win. What an unbelievable return to form for Pippa the Cat, and what an incredible night for her here at PipDown, the show that was named for her. Wow. That was a really good match. That was a really good match. Pippa the Cat, the Little Kong Strong champion, puts down her oldest rival here. And it was only the fucking second match as well. Mental. Absolutely mental. Expect big things from Pippa in the future. Just gonna need a second, hang on. But we're not done. The vent pervert has decided he wants to face an actual person this week. Let's see if Jackanism can actually make it to the ring. Ooh, Golem. Ooh. It is Pervert versus Jackanism. The Butterfield champion in action, hopefully, against a real person. And that match is next. My streak continues. Since her introduction, I have never won a prediction involving Pippa. Oh, God. The Vent Pervert is here, feeling a little bit, perhaps, embarrassed after last week. Can he defeat Jackanism? That is the real question. Has Jackanism won a singles match yet? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, could change tonight. It's going to be difficult, though. He is up against the Butterfield champion, but we'll see how he gets on.
And his opponent from overseas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Jack
From Pirates of the Caribbean fame, please welcome Jack Anism. He has maybe won a match so far, and also possibly hasn't. But the Vent Pervert will breathe a sigh of relief that he does actually have an opponent here tonight. So, as long as he doesn't get distracted by a vent, this should be a good match. Fingers crossed, right? The Vent Pervert is rested, and he is ready. One-on-one action now. Van Pervert warming up. Butterfield champion as of Contre-Coup France a couple of weeks ago. Jackanism ready. And we're off. And Batman immediately landing those chops and a drop kick, which takes Jackanism down to the mat, and now going to work on the ankle and the knee. The cruciate ligaments being stretched to their limit here. And again, Batman going to work on the leg this time. An elbow drop to sort of the hamstring, quadricep area. If he gets distracted by event, he can go inside and do a silent takedown on Jack, so that'd still be fun. That would be amazing. Imagine if Batman goes under the ring and Jack's just sort of looking around, and then Batman sneaks out and just snaps his neck. That would be sick. Springboard moonsault from Jack. Impressive stuff. To a prone Batman, and then a double foot stomp as well. As he lifts Batman back to his feet. Oh, hang on. Look at this octopus stretch here. That is very close to the ropes, but the... Okay, let's... No, Batman escapes, and drop toe hold will take Jack down to the canvas, and Batman's cape sort of obscuring my vision a little bit. Oh my goodness me, that spinning kick. Near enough takes the head off the shoulders of Jackanism here. He kind of did one of those drop-down takedowns at Hell in a Cell. Yes, he did. That was right. Was it the pufferfish who put Gollum through the top of the cell? And then he went for the cover, and then just in the background you could see Batman just drop in through the cell. That was awesome. What a match that was. What a match. Batman continuing the offense, of course. Remember, Batman doesn't kill, but he will maim and ensure that you never work again. Middle rope. The Vent Pervert looking to fly. Double axe handle? No, just a leaping punch. That's very Batman. Oh, but Jackanism straight back to his feet. Strings together a couple of clotheslines and a third one. And Batman groggy in the corner. And Jackanism decides he didn't pick up enough speed, so he's going to try again. Oh, and a spear to the midsection of Batman. And Jackanism now doing a big walk. Oh, just sliding in with the elbow to the sternum of Batman. Jackanism up to the top rope. Oh my goodness me, a gigantic splash. Look at all the air time on that, the hang time. Only a 2 count though. And oh no water in the pool. Jackanism going for that elbow, but Batman rolls out of the way. Oh, and a massive kick. Basically beheads Jackanism. Is that going to do it? Not quite. Not quite. And Batman, we've seen him do this before. Oh, he's broken his neck. Batman has broken the neck of Jackanism, and surely that is all she wrote for poor Jack. He's still going. Batman cannot believe it. He has broken so many necks with that move. And so he decides to just continue to lay in the trauma there. Oh, roll up from Jackanism. Imagine if he managed to score the victory off this. That would be so embarrassing for the champion. Kick out at 2. I don't know what Jack was going for there. Sent into the ropes by the champion. Belly to... No. Counter by Jack. Batman rolls out of the way. Lands his offense first. Ducks under. Clothesline. Takes out Jackanism. And now Batman potentially looking to fly again. Up to the top rope he goes. Jackanism is down. Elbow drop. That is a long old reach there from Batman. I didn't think he'd be able to get all that way across the ring. He's one off a... He has one... He's one off an elbow drop. That was not what I was expecting. Oh, no! No, Gollum's here! Oh, for God's sake. Gollum is absolutely taking it to the Vent Pervert after this match. Batman has just fought a match and he won it as well. And it looks like these two are going to tussle now. Gollum is doing absolutely disgusting things in the sky. Springboard, what was that? Scorpion death drop, grotesque. Oh God, and now he's trying to choke the life out of the Vent Pervert. This is horrible. This is absolutely awful. Gollum lost. Oh, and Batman's tapping out. Gollum has made Batman tap out. But this isn't a match. This isn't a match. So they've got to continue. Gollum is here to punish Batman for winning the Butterfield title. Gollum, there's no way you're going to reach. Oh, God, he does as well. Gollum is clearly not done chasing that Butterfield title. Gollum has made Batman tap out. And, oh God, the Hurricane Rana, the springboard Hurricane Rana. And Gollum off the ropes, rolling neck snap. Batman just being punished by Gollum. He's just wrestled a match, but hang on, Batman back to his feet. Oh, not quite enough to interrupt that. Oh my God. Ugh. How was that allowed to happen? Batman won his match fair and square, and then Gollum comes out and attacks him after the match, makes him tap out even though it's not a real match. Horrible. Oh, awful. So, unfortunately, it does mean that you are going to see more of Gollum in the coming weeks, and it appears Gollum absolutely wants himself that Butterfield Championship. Batman needs a helmet. Gollum cannot hurt Batman wearing helmet after all, lest we forget. Last week, these two met, didn't have a match, they just beat each other up. It was pointless and annoying, but it seems that maybe tonight we're going to get an actual one-on-one match between Bonquit and Bonklin, the two Pokey stars. Hopefully it happens. I'm going to skip past whatever that's going to mean. Finally, these two go head-to-head again. And maybe we'll be able to progress this feud a little bit. Maybe we'll get a definitive victor, potentially. Yeah, Lord Brotovich, be careful. Bonklin could come and grab you at any moment and beat you up for no reason. What a horrid boy he is. What a horrible Bonklin, you know? Okay, my music is cued. I'm ready to do this thing. Are you ready to do this thing? Let's do it. Oh no, we got shenanigans again. Oh, Bonklin, for God's sake. Bonquit was waiting patiently for Bonklin to make his entrance, and he has jumped her from behind. Referee forcing Bonklin away, and he's gotten past the referee. Is this an actual match? They did call for the bell, right? They can't do this in back-to-back weeks, can they? They can't have two non-matches. We will... please do continue to predict with your BENXT Bucks. We'll wait until like there's a pin attempt and we'll see. We'll see if the referee actually counts it. Bonquit, though... Oh, no. I was going to say Bonquit's managed to get back into it, but Bonklin with the counter. Now Bonklin rolls her over off the ropes. Basement dropkick. No bell. I thought I heard a bell. Oh, for God's sake, please don't let this be a fake match again. Elbow drop off the springboard. Bonklin is feeling it. And the crowd is booing him, and rightly so. As poor Bonquit. Oh, okay, Bonklin misses with that. He misses with that. And now Bonquit's turn. Bonklin is going to pull off his vest and show his Team Rocket cap. Top, sorry. Wouldn't be surprised. Oh, well, that's a hell of a face there from Bonquit. As she stretches the shoulders and perhaps the ears as well, if she had her ankles in the right place. Raking at the side of the head of Bonklin, but no matter. Bonklin is back up to his feet. Forearm to the spine and another forearm to the spine. Poor Bonquit. She just wants a fair match, and she's not been given one at all so far. This is the equivalent of Bonklin just using full restores over and over again every time he takes a move. It's not on, and we don't like it. Bonquit back into the ring. Bonklin is waiting, no sense. Bonquit into the ropes, ducks under. Spins around, German suplex with the release. And Bonklin now. Another basement drop kick, this time to the temple. And look at him. Look at him celebrate. Like he's done something good. Terrible. There was a bell, I think, but it may have been Lil Nate calling it off. I'm unsure. I don't think he called it off. I think he actually started this match. We can see if he's... Well, he didn't call a... He's not counting... Right, let's see if he starts a count. Now. He's not doing it, guys. I have a feeling this is another non-match between these two. Why would they do that twice in a row? Why would they do it twice in a row, for God's sake? Yeah, I think we've been given a fake match. I'm really sorry, everybody. It appears that Bonklin just simply does not want to have a real match. And that sucks. We don't like that. That's terrible. And rude. And rude. Bonklin to the top rope. Bonkwit gets out of the way. I don't know why I'm acting so excited. This match ultimately means nothing. Again. Bonkwit gets Bonklin back to a seated position. Off the ropes. Rolling neck snap from Bonkwit. Bonkwit closing in on a signature now. They need to build to the pay-per-view, I suppose. Bonkwit is calling for something. What could it be? Is she going to send out Peter? Is she going to send out Lit the dog? Is she going to send out Gimp? No. Bonklin with the counter. And a counter back from Bonkwit. Bonkwit, signature in tow. Can Bonkwit hit her signature? She's walking Bonklin over to the corner. I'm not entirely sure what her signature is. We'll see. Gets him into a seated position. Continues to stomp. And the face wash with the boot of Bonkwit. And a big run up and a huge kick to the side of the face of Bonklin. And now Bonkwit is starting to roll. If she can hit her signature and her finisher, this match is hers. Here we go. Bonklin up. Oh, and with the twist as well. Beautifully executed by Bonkwit, but Bonkwit isn't done. No. Okay, what's she doing? She's dragging. I suppose she can't go for a pin, can she? I don't know why I keep forgetting this isn't a real match, for God's sake. Bonkwit, though, has a finisher. If she hit the finisher, she might win. Maybe. I just want to play her music. Her music's great. Up on the shoulders. Oh, and a big kick to the side of the head. And that will end this fake match. Thank God it's over. It seems not everybody on the roster got the memo about us trying to do a good pip down this week, because that was more bullshit. Your BENXT bucks will be refunded. That wasn't a match. Terrible. But we do get to listen to this. Bonklin might be regretting that plan. I should say so. That's what he gets. For jumping Bonkwit from behind. Lord Brozovic, is that a panty frost emote? How dare you? That was the main event with a hell of an undercard. Was that the main event? No, we've still got one. We've still got a match. Don't worry. We've still got a match. Fear not. Silent Cobb, thank you so much for the resub. 9 months into Mission Music sub. Thank you. Appreciate it. And there's the music back again. Right. It's just the inferior show. And I'm not only saying that because I'm on the other show and want to start a War Games match between the shows. What, that you're in, presumably, Mr. Black, that you're actually in, yeah? Hey, don't worry, listen, when we get a third brand in WWE 2K26, hopefully we'll start to see even more members of the roster. Like the mod squad, I suppose. It is time for our main event, though. This might be the final match of the night, depending on how long it goes. So before we get stuck in, I want to remind you that I am doing a bonus stream tomorrow at 11 AM. I'm finishing off the Resident Evil Village DLC that I didn't quite have enough time to finish on Tuesday. Probably won't be a very long stream, but if you're around, pop in, say hello, and we'll hang out for a little bit. Don't be silly, Ben. The mod squad don't actually wrestle. I mean, that's a fair point, but Trailing Badger was in the LD Red Thunder title match last week, if I remember rightly, so there is that. Right, main event time. Barb Pistottier, the PipDown Women's Champion, and the Chevrolet Matisse, the former PipDown Women's Champion, both of whom are engaged in a feud, are teaming in the main event against, I want to say Tina? Against Tina and Bobby Babaffucking Looney. Can we have Chris Redfield on BENXT? Absolutely you can. That might be something to introduce for BENXT Season 2, but that is a great suggestion. We absolutely should do that. Okay, main event time, everybody. Predictions are now live. Let's get going. Okay. No entrances. Barb Pistoltier has tagged herself in, and the Chevrolet Matisse is not thrilled about it, but she is obliging and leaving the ring. And we're underway. PipDown Women's Champion starting things off against Bobby Babalooney. Bobby Babalooney with a crossbody into the cover. Imagine if the match ended here, kick out at 2. Still going. Can Chris have a rivalry with Daronk so he can punch the boulder? Absolutely. Again, phenomenal suggestion. Barb, taken out, and then an elbow drop. An incredible tag team proficiency here showed by Bobby and Tina. I don't think they've ever wrestled before, but Tina is, of course, oh no, that's embarrassing. A very experienced tag team wrestler, albeit normally with BB. Into the ropes. PipDown Women's Champion drops down, leaps over, back, and then, grabs it. Bear hug, almost a bear hug, belly-to-belly suplex. The arms were locked of Tina. She had no way to protect herself or indeed counter. But with that pounce, she drops the champion again. Barb says, nah, you're not going to make a tag. Right hand from Barb Pistoltier and a fist to the face. And choking. Tina is Barb Pistoltier onto the shoulders of Barb. And again, over those ropes. And a tag made willingly between the two rivals as the Chevrolet Matisse makes her way into this match. Full mount and the right hands raining down on the face of Tina as Bobby Babaffucking Looney watches on. And Bobby interjects, playing a bit of a distraction there, and that allows Tina to get the counter, and the enziguri drops the Chevrolet Matisse. And if Tina wanted to go for a tag now, she absolutely could do. No, she can't, because she can't navigate the floor that is separated by the Chevrolet Matisse. It's too complicated. It doesn't make any sense. How could she possibly do it? Leaping neck breaker. And the Chevy is down as Tina desperately tries to work out how to make a tag. Instead, she decides to summon the Chevrolet Matisse back to her feet, and an elbow to the face, and then a strike, and then a face buster. And you can see in the corner there, the PipDown Women's Champion is calling for a tag, but Chevrolet Matisse not able to close the distance. Kick out at 1. Chevy still alive. Chevy still rocking. Swats aside that enziguri attempt from Tina, and now the Chevrolet Matisse. Going for a choke slam, but a counter from Tina. Very well done from one half of the D-Generation Hex. Tag made again. In comes Bobby Babaffucking Looney. More tag team proficiency here on display. Assisted flying shoulder tackle. Chevrolet Matisse manages to get straight back to her feet, but walks straight into that spinning, leaping European uppercut. No, European uppercut. Chevrolet Matisse pulls herself back to her feet via the ropes, and Bobby Babalooney drops a foot across the chest of the former PipDown Women's Champion. Bobby back to the top. Bobby now calling for something here. Chevrolet Matisse needs to be very careful. Bobby Babalooney, double axe handle. I don't know why she made that look like a big deal. Everybody does a bloody double axe handle. And Barb Pistoltier, interesting decision from Barb Pistoltier. She came in to break up that pin attempt, which the Chevrolet Matisse was all too capable of escaping on her own. And now, of course, Barb Pistoltier will wear the red X of shame above her HUD in the bottom left, meaning she cannot interfere again until she is tagged, and then it will reset. But for now, the Chevrolet Matisse is all on her own. Unexpected Matines work. And the referee got in the way. And I don't know what Bobby was complaining about, but the Chevrolet just hit a massive punch. And then another one, cleaning the clock of Bobby Babyloni, and now a tag is made. Barb pissed here, legal once again. Excuse me, running crossbody from Bobby Babyloni once more. Stamp to the back of the elbow, or indeed just the elbow. And Barb pissed here with the counter sends Bobby Babyloni, oh, tilt-a-whirl slam. And this time it's Tina who decides to come and break this up, again meaning that Tina will be the one wearing the red X of shame above her HUD. She can no longer interfere. Barb ducks under. Boot to the midsection. Bobby Babyloni rolls out of the way. Oh, running STO. Takes out Bobby, but Bobby then with a counter kick to the side of the head of the champion. Bobby locks a hold. Counter from Barb. Back and forth these counters go. Very impressive. But look at the power of the PipDown Women's Champion. And I think we might have some shenanigans here. And... oh no! A tag was made, but Barb just punched her tag team partner accidentally. And it looks like these two unlikely teammates are going to work together here. Tina goes under the bottom rope to take out Barb Pistot here, and Bobby Babyloni will follow up, but a real miscommunication between champion and challenger. The tag team has fallen apart. I thought the tag was made. I thought the Chevrolet Matisse was the legal woman in this match, but apparently not. The Chevrolet is down on the outside, and it's just Barb in there on her own at the moment. Counter from Barb. Tina is still in tag team jail. She cannot come in to help out her partner. And wow, look at the power of the champ. The Chevrolet Matisse is back up, though. And Tina can only watch, but Bobby still has plenty left to be able to kick out of that one. Barb lifts Bobby back up, elbow to the face. Big strikes here from the champ. Huge strikes, and a tag is made. Looks like they got it right that time. Even though they've had a lot of miscommunication, they are still actually working together quite well. The Chevrolet Matisse, the legal woman now. She gets Bobby to a seated position, lifts her up to a knee instead. Off the ropes. Ooh, Bobby rolls out the way. And she takes her down and follows up with several rabbit punches to the face. And it's Bobby now who's in control. Into the cover goes Bobby Babaffucking Looney. Kick out at nothing. You've got to get up pretty early in the morning if you want to catch the Chevrolet Matisse off guard like that. Unless, of course, you're on a ladder, in which case it's never going to happen. DDT, though, particularly spiteful DDT. But look at that. The Chevrolet Matisse got straight back to her feet. And a leaping tag made. Barb is legal once again as Bobby has a bit of a tantrum on the outside. And what is Barb doing? Elbow strike again, and a third one. And Bobby Babyloni goes down. Tina, oh, Tina is now legal. I was just about to say Tina is still in tag team jail. But Tina is legal once more. That has been reset, and I believe Tina has stolen Barb Pistotier's finisher. And she's calling for something. This could be Tina's finisher. She's going for it. It's the... oh my god. Oh, okay, that's broken up. That's the Kimura lock, the sort of arm shoulder breaker. And now, of course, the Chevrolet Matisse will be in tag team jail. And Tina is calling for it. A stamp. A stamp. A stamp. A stamp. A stamp. That's a lot of stamps. And Tina has a finisher again. Into the cover, though. Barb is all on her own. Barb is all on her own. And she manages to kick out. Chevrolet Matisse not allowed to get involved to break this up. Tina potentially going to go... oh, continuing to work on that shoulder. Softening up Barb for a finishing maneuver. But Barb leaps. Makes the tag. And it's the Chevy who's legal now. Boot to the midsection of Tina. And the Chevrolet Matisse with a clubbing blow drops Tina to the canvas. And now it's the Chevy who's in control as Bobby Babyloni watches on. Elbow drop. Tina's got a finisher. Bobby Babyloni has a signature and a finisher. Barb Pistotier has a signature. Chevrolet Matisse is very, very close to getting a signature and a finisher. Oh, I'm not really sure what that was. In fact, I think Tina might have counted it. Tina could go for her finisher right here. Big chop to the Chevrolet Matisse. And a massive clothesline. Some venom behind that. And Tina is calling for her finisher once again. But the Chevrolet Matisse counters. The Chevrolet Matisse in full control of a finishing maneuver. Might go for a tag team finisher here. This would be a bit of a rare one. No, apparently not. Chevy still with a finisher in tow. Look at the teamwork of these two. I think the game wanted us to think these two couldn't possibly work together, but apparently they can. And Bobby Babalooni is legal once more after Tina makes that diving tag. Oh, Bobby's going for the wrong person. Barbara. Barb. Hello? What's her name? Side suplex from Bobby Babalooni, reminding Barb Pistottier that she is indeed the legal woman. Bobby to the top rope. So much hang time on that splash. And Barb is down. Barb is out. Tag made again. Tina legal once more. And Barb is just starting to stir. Barb, though, back to her feet, sends Tina face first into that steel ring post. And look at that, you can see there's actually some damage on the ring post on the outside. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen that before. The ring post is where the sort of LED board is has started to glitch. What is glitch? Referee up to a count of 5 now. 6. Barb with the counter. They need to get back in before the count of 10 or this will be a count out and we do not want to see a match end like that. 8. Both women back in. Barb immediately grabs a hold. Tina sent into the corner. Tag made. Are they trying out 2K26 things in here to test them? Maybe. I've not seen that before. It might be a bug. It's difficult to know. Another bit of tag team offense from the champion and future challenger. Into the cover. Chevrolet Matisse. Kick out at 2. Bobby Babalooni had that sussed. She knew she didn't need to come in to break that one up, but the Chevrolet Matisse has a signature and a finisher. And out goes Tina. The Chevrolet Matisse is feeling it. Chevrolet, again, focused on the wrong woman. She needs to turn around because Tina's there. And Tina doesn't really know where she's going. Counter from the Chevrolet Matisse. This match still ongoing. We are in the deep water now. Excuse me. Tag made. And we've seen them do this before. Across the ring flies Bobby Babalooni, just like the balloons she deals with on a daily basis. Filled with helium, she floats across the ring. And Bobby... Oh no! Chevrolet Matisse rolls out the way. This is the Chevrolet Matisse's opportunity to bring this match to an end. She just steadfastly refuses to do any big moves for some reason. Kick out at 1. Use your fucking finisher, Chevrolet Matisse, for God's sake. Use your goddamn finisher. What are you doing? You silly car. Stamping on the hand of Bobby Babalooni. That's how she makes balloons. That's how she makes balloons. Cruel and unusual punishment. Powerbomb position from the Chevrolet Matisse. Oh, and sends her face first the other way. Tag made once again. Barb Pistottier, the PipDown Women's Champion, legal once more. Stamp to the back. Barb. Big splash, but Bobby Babalooni gets out of the way. And Bobby now. Oh no, that's the balloon pop. Did you hear that sound? That's the balloons popping. Chevrolet Matisse really thought about not breaking up that pin, decided to do it in the end though. And now Barb Pistottier is all on her own. Well, not at the moment because Bobby's taking it to the Chevrolet Matisse for some reason. DDT to the Chevrolet Matisse. Barb Pistottier is all on her own with an irate Bobby Babalooni. And the Chevrolet Matisse is wearing the X of shame. Tag made. Tina is in. Barb has taken so much punishment in this match. Oh, and Tina kicked the referee there. That's going to be a bit of an issue for her. Barb gets out of the way. Barb needs to make the tag to the Chevrolet Matisse. The Chevrolet has a signature and a finisher. Tag. Okay, this is what she needs to do. Up. Oh no, across there. Oh, and a kick straight to the side of the head. Horrible stuff. Chevrolet rolls to the outside. What are you doing? For God's sake, it's like they don't want this match to end. It's like the game is a bit confused because it feels like these two should lose, and so it will not let them win. Please, for the love of God. Tina sent back into the ring. Chevrolet Matisse following afterwards. Chevrolet onto the apron. Back into the ring. Keeping us all guessing. She gets Tina. Oh, deep six. That's exactly the kind of move I was talking about. That's precisely what she needed to hit. Bobby Babaluni there to break it up. But now Bobby wearing the X of shame. And if the Chevrolet Matisse can hit her finisher, that'll be it. Is Tina about to get hit by a car? Yes, she is. The Chevrolet Matisse hits Tina with a car. Tina's tag team partner only able to watch on there. These two are victorious in an unlikely victory. And Barb's decided that she doesn't like what she sees. But she's decided to leave. She does get a victory here tonight, but maybe she feels like she should have been tagged in. Maybe she feels like she should have been the one to get the pin. Either way, these two have a collision course up ahead somewhere. And we will get there. Chevrolet Matisse wants her title back. Barb has it. But tonight, they were victorious in apparently a match that was rated the greatest of all time. Insane. Everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed BENXT. A reminder that I've got a bonus stream tomorrow at 11 a.m. If you're around, come hang out. Thank you so much for being here. Love these streams. Love doing them with you. And have a lovely rest of your night. Have a lovely sleep. And I'll see you for some Resi Village DLC tomorrow morning. Right, we're going to do a raid now. So please do go and send some love to Buddy Games. And I'll catch you in the morning. Look after yourselves, everybody. See you later. Bye.